Hi, Devon. Yep. Certainly gotten first today. That's impressive. Hey, welcome. Oh, yeah. Oh, good morning. Good morning, Devon. Good morning, Mr. Malouk. Hope you guys are having a good day today. We'll go ahead and switch over to game view in just about like 3, 2, 1, and bop. Hello. Hope you're having a lovely whatever time zone it is for you. Hope you're having good times today. Today I've got some plans. I mostly kind of want to work on building the next factory. Hi, hello. Hey guys. Mostly kind of work on building the next factory, but who knows? We might end up like in the end or something. I'm feeling a bit like just a bit restless today, chat. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm gonna go ahead and switch up F5. It's 11 at night for you. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty late. So definitely not a morning, as it were. Oof. It's not even morning here. Chat, I have a problem with thinking every time of day is morning. It's just... Time exists. Me. Is this morning? There's a bunny in my town. I hope that bunny's having a good day. I'm going to sleep so that the bunny theoretically won't get killed by something. Always good to avoid killing the bunnies. It's always morning somewhere in the world. Oh gosh, that feels like it's always 5 o'clock, like it's 5 o'clock somewhere kind of argument, except we're talking about just greetings. Yeah, it's a habit. I can't really break it at this point. It's just see time, say good morning, you know? So just walking about the village, just doing some quick little trading, doing some, you know, just vibes as it were. Did I already talk to you? Yeah, I did talk to you. We should be able to find at least one more somewhere. And then we'll take a look out and about, chat. Well, we're gonna be looking out and about. I have lots of iron, but that's fine. Chat, did I tell you guys about the calculations that I did about making a 64 by 64 by 64 thing made of emerald blocks? Getting too far. Dang. Dewan, I think it's great how you've just like taken to like the automation and building and stuff. Just looking at the farms you're doing. Yo, Point Blank, hello, welcome. Hope today is going well for you. I think it's funny that here you are arguing with Dewan over going to sleep, and yet we all know that it's much later for you, Point Blank. Like, I know, seems like a bit of a double standard. You're going to prepare for your exam. I mean, that is a good reason to do things. But yeah, no, we've got the engineer bros out there, and that's a fun name, engineer bros. So chat, thoughts about things, specifically thoughts about the second factory. I want to build it like here-ish, I think. Aw, hi guys. You're also excited to see each other, and I'm excited to see you too. It's just good vibes, you know? I'm just gonna go ahead and maybe clear this path out, you know, just give it some, These signs are not on the same parallel. Chat. These signs are not on the same level as each other. Seems kind of suspicious to me. Oof. Chat, it's been a bit of a morning. I've been feeling jealous. We're just talking to each other. Chat, no, I'm not feeling jealous. I think it's precious. Second factory is going to be made of emeralds. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me, Mr. Malouk. That would be very impolite of you to tempt me. Yeah, no, I'm not jealous. I like seeing you guys like talk and interact and, you know, be friends. I think that's probably like the most wholesome energy. Just laying out some barriers out here. Forgot to tell the Discord. I had a dream last night where a segment of it was just the Quimby stare emoticon just looking at me within a void. That does sound kind of odd. Just Quimby stare. What if you just stared and also were Quimby? That is me. That is me, chat. I am the one who stares and is also Quimby. Surprise! It's me. You've been chosen. Yeah, you've been stared at. You can't... Oh, like, too bad for you. You've been chosen by the universe. I didn't know how to get soul read even in my sleep. That's my secret superpower. Just soul reading people in their sleep. The void has chosen its emissary. Oh, bless. Oh, you know, chat, I was taking everything down to this level, but I actually might raise it up. Just looking at this all. Yeah, let's raise it up a notch. Please cease and desist. Pardon me. Stop. Stop. Oh yeah, Point Blank making the train system all on his own. That's kind of poggers, you know? Kind of an epic gamer moment as it would be. Like, you guys are just very, very talented, and I think that that's so wonderful. You know, here you guys are out here being cool and having talents and being able to, like, build stuff and have that be cool. You know, just how did I end up with, like, the most talented, nicest chat ever? I think it's incredible. It's a killer railroad. Oh, chat, so I haven't been able to be on the CSMP these past few days because I've had to, like, there's been some, like, family stuff that I've had to help with. But just hearing you guys talk about the railroad, I'm like, oh, I wanna get it back on there. I wanna see what you guys are doing and see how cool it all is, and ugh. Chat, it's kind of a problem. It's kind of an issue, you know? I love railroads. I love lots of things, but also railroads. I'll make a subway rail line for you soon, you beautiful North Americans. Yeah, railroads. You missed a lot of things. Yeah, I've been missing so many things. It's just I don't know where my time goes. I really don't. You'd think I'd have a lot of it, but somehow I'm just busy constantly, and I'm like, oh, I haven't been on the constituents SMP in like several days. That's a bit off. That's a bit confusing. Yeah, it's I don't know where it goes. I don't know what happens to my time. I'm like, yeah, that should be pretty easy. It's not easy. But at least you guys have lots of time and can do cool things. As long as you guys have it settled, then I'm okay. Me just placing sand. I'm doing just a little pattern thing here because I can. Because why not? Because literally what purpose would there be in not just doing a little pattern thing? And I think that that is an important lesson of life. So chat, important life lessons with Quimby this morning. Why would you do anything boring when you could do it in an interesting way instead? So, case in point. Case in point, here I am just, filling in this area. And yeah, sure, I could just, like, strew things across the ground. But also consider geometric patterns. Sometimes you just have to do things when you can. Quimby 2021. Am I wrong? Am I incorrect about that? Am I saying things that are not correct? Listen, I don't see any issues with this. I don't see I realized an error, chat. I should not be using sand to cover all this up. I should be using bricks. Chat, I've realized a misstep. I've done something wrong, chat. I've made a mistake. I've made an error. Oh no, chat, this goes against my own personal code of never being incorrect and never making errors ever. Oh my gosh, if I've made an singular error, can I even, like, I don't know, call myself a person who never makes errors ever? Never once have I ever done that? Chat, I think I'm falling from my throne here. I think, oh gosh. Is there any way to make infinite clay? So there isn't. Listen, chat, I've looked into this a bit because, you know, we all know my investment in the whole bricks side of things. So, are you sure the world isn't the one that's wrong? I'm not gonna argue that. But, so, the thing with clay, it's pretty hard to get it ever. Like, it doesn't, the only way to, like, kind of get more clay happening, ripped my inventory. I'll just leave that there. There was a way that the hotel would have been done weeks ago. Okay, yeah. So the thing with clay, it is a non-renewable resource. So there's, like, no way to really get it. However, I have heard that if you get the Hero of the Village advancement. You know, like if the Hero of the Village effect, the one where if you defeat a raid, then they'll be nice to you. Then sometimes masons will like throw clay blocks at you, and that seems really interesting to me, but like go off, I guess. Ooh, do I want to build this so close to the city? I could build it a bit further out. I could build it like out here instead. Chat, time to be an indecisive mess. You know what? I want to build it further out. Let's just fix this landscaping a little bit. I might still fill in this area just for like, flattening of city roads and stuff. We're just gonna sketch that right back a little bit. You guys saw the new mob? I did see the new mob. The copper golem. I think it looks interesting. I'm not exactly sure what it does. You know? That's my main problem, because we can tell what the glare does, and we can kind of tell what the allay does. But does the copper golem just press buttons? Like, what are the conditions of that? Does it press any button it sees, or just copper buttons? It just... I need a bit more of an explanation than just, oh no, it's copper, and it's got buttons, what? You know? I want copper to have more of a purpose. Okay. I get the feeling that there will be an other hand in this circumstance. I get the feeling there's going to be a like a yes but kind of thing. I probably need to go sleep. Let's just place a little bit more of this stuff. On the other hand, I really like the wispy ones. It's so cute. They just bring things to you. Yeah, okay, so I do think that the allay is my favorite thus far. It seems like the one that I could actually see myself using most. And also, like, I don't know, I just don't know what exactly it is that the copper golem does. Like, what even are they? What is the purpose of this? Do they just press buttons? Do they just press copper buttons? Is it, huh? Everyone imagine? Okay. What are we imagining? A lay that brings you clay blocks? Oh, but they don't duplicate blocks. They only bring you blocks that already exist. So it's not like they don't make new things. They just do the stuff. They don't dig. They only press copper buttons the player designates. Interesting. Okay, so that I'm assuming that's about the copper golem, not the allay. So like a programmable toddler. Oof, you didn't have to come from them that hard, but all right. I will accept that. Yeah, let's just fill this in a little bit. Can go get them. Well, they can, yes, but they don't dig. So they only pick up like dropped blocks is the thing. So I think it'd be interesting to look at their applications in mining, actually. Just like bringing one with you and then having it pick up the blocks that you drop. I think that could be kind of interesting. Kind of something to look further into. But yeah, so they don't like mine, they don't dig anything, they just pick up stuff that got dropped. I filled my inventory with brick blocks, but I think I'm going to need more sand. Let's see. How big do I want this factory to be? I want the second factory to be a lot bigger, is the thing. I want it to be kind of gigantic. Copper golems would have interesting farm applications, I reckon. I mean, I think most of them are just, fairly... They're kind of like utility mobs, I think, is the vibe that I've been getting. They just sort of do things to help player, which I think is good. I like that they all have a similar, a similar sort of function, because I think that makes the vote a lot more fair. That sort of thing. Yeah, like farms like redstone applications, those are the kinds of things that's leaning to, and I like that. I think that is pretty poggers, actually. I do admit that the allay is my favorite, partly because it does look really pretty, but also I could just, I could just see myself actually like bringing one of those with me somewhere. It just seems interesting, intriguing, and like think of the farm applications of the allay. You can like have farms and stuff, and then the LA will just pick up the dropped items for you. I think that sounds cool. I think that looks like a giant pit in the ground. Imagine, chat, a giant pit in the ground. It probably looks like a giant pit in the ground because it is a giant pit in the ground. Crazily enough. Do I want to just build like right over it? Alternatively, I could fill it with sand. This is gonna take forever. Hold on, can I? Let's just let's just fill this thing with sand. Okay, I'm gonna need a lot of sand to do that. I've got a lot of sand. I can fill things with sand. Cause okay, so chat. Next factory is going to be kind of large. I wanted to have 2 floors, with like a walkway on either side of like the top layer. I'm thinking more like a if you've ever seen like Ford versus Ferrari, the factory in that movie is kind of the vibe that we're looking at here. I'll just drop off bricks to make room for sand. I probably don't need that much sand, but who are you to stop me? Who are you to stop me from having this much sand? I personally think trying to stop me from having this much sand is kind of a crime and may get you imprisoned. That's all. Don't worry, John. I'm not gonna take. I'm just being silly. I'm just being facetious. You don't have to worry about me. At least in this case. Let's just lay some sand. That seems pretty chill. The poor villager just going, Well, has the villager considered that it doesn't need to worry about me, at least in this case? I have expressly made that clear that they don't need to worry about me in this specific instance. Not to say they don't need to worry about me in other instances, it's just in this one in particular they don't need to. I'm just gonna fill this bad boy with sand. This is a lot of filling this bad boy with sand. Hey! Hey! The bad boy is filled with sand. He's just being like, I will arrest you, villager. Goes, Oh, I do want to mention, point blank, I started reading the story that you recommended to me yesterday, and I am absolutely hooked. I was actually reading it like right before I started streaming, and I was like, oh, I need to be live in like 2 minutes, but at the same time, but what's gonna happen? But the story. So I want to let you know I appreciate that. I appreciate the recommendation. I'm very much entirely intrigued. It's just like the nature of humanity and the becoming something inhuman to like try to, oh gosh, it's just beautiful. I'm in like chapter, what chapter am I in? Like chapter 5? Chapter 7. I'm in chapter 7. Chapter 7 of the story, and just, you know, just me and the boys vibing to destroying an entire colonial world of the species that destroyed Earth. Except not me and the boys, because there's only one human. So, you know, kind of a bummer. Kind of not an epic gamer moment. I'm stalling figuring out these bricks. Let's see. That one, it's nice, but it's like kind of small. I'm going to need to do some terraforming of this area anyways. Let's just remove the sand from this section and maybe start working from there. Just me and the boys casually destroying an entire inhabited world because they're the people that destroyed Earth. Really interesting stuff. And it's just all morally gray, and that's really interesting, and I like it a lot. Let's go for 50 by 80 maybe? 50 by 80 might be too large. 40 by 80? Then we'd have a large like rectangle space. What would that even be? Just for you know, experimentation's sake. If we go like 1, no, that we'd have to go like further this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Okay, so that might be too large. Let's try 30. 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30. Okay, that's kind of better. That's more the size I was thinking of. Then 80 would probably be too much also, so let's go for 50 maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Yeah, that might work. That might work for it. You know, just big ol' giant space for like factories and stuff. I'd have to excavate so much though. Ooh, oh, but chat, then it might be as big as my house. My house has to be like the largest building in town. That's a bit awkward. Is this factory going to be brick as well? It is. It is, and I'm going to cry. It is, and I'm filled with tears because of that. It's going to take so many. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm moving it a little bit. So chat, the one saving grace that I have, the like one thing that I think is going to save my entire humanity is that in the 1.18 update, the ground of Lush Caves is going to be made out of clay. So I've got that to look forward to. 2, 3, 4, 5. The Lush Caves are gonna have clay in them. So as soon as those get in, I can just pick that right up and hopefully not cry as much. That might be more of what I'm looking for. Because that gives me fairly good like middle space and also like room on the side for walkways. Yeah, okay. I think we're actually gonna go with that. Might shift it more this direction so that we've got more of this open space to play with, but that's the idea thus far. Oh, look at the Among Us statue that Cyborg made for me. That's so nice. I'm so glad that Cyborg made me an entire Among Us statue. Very poggers. Very, very good. Very nice of him. But yeah, the factory is going to be made of bricks and I'm going to perish. I'm going to cry. I'm gonna go to like entirely new continents and then just walk around looking for clay. Luckily, with an elytra, it should be a lot easier. Cyborg, the town's golden boy. Honestly, you're not wrong. You know, Sai kind of our golden child. You know, he's just out here being a really sweet lad. I don't think these are on the same parallel, but rip. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm shifting the entire thing. Shifting it over. You can't stop me. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, and then that gives us a good stretch of the like unexcavated land. So let's go ahead and start laying down a like brick area for it. We are going to need to dig this out. Alright, and go! You just like desperately putting down bricks, like go, 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 go! Hey chat, place your bets here. Is this going to turn into another one of those situations where I start a project and then leave it just mostly unfinished for months? Put your answers in the comments below. Oh gosh, anything made with bricks is undoubtedly gonna end up taking a long time, but hopefully this one isn't gonna take literal months to finish. I would hope not. I would like to keep most of my life firmly grounded in reality, but just this once, I think I'm going to suspend disbelief. It's not a couple weeks, that's what I'd guess. Well, see, at that point, a couple weeks can very easily turn into months. It's not that difficult. You just take a couple weeks, and then you make sure it's like more than 4 weeks, and then it turns into like month kind of stuff. Where's the torch? Hello, torch. Let's just... Ah, nice. Sorry, I'm keeping my eye on some updates about the whole family stuff that's been keeping me busy. Looks like it's going well. Not gonna tell you guys too much about it, but looks like it's going well, so that's all that we need to be concerned about. I was thinking maybe 6 weeks max, which I guess is technically 1.5 months. That's fair. That's fair. We probably gotta work on... Sorry, I realized the thing that's probably gonna get in the way of finishing Factory Fast is probably Joe. Because Joe is also a resource-intensive building project that I've been working on recently. Cease. Desist. I will probably clear this area out a bit later, but no need to worry about it right now. Let's go through the other direction. Chat, how about we lay down the foundation and then maybe we'll do a bit of work on Joe for the moment? Cause chat, I just have so many building projects and don't even get me started on finishing the yellow line. It's, I realized the other day, I was like, yeah, so the blue line is pretty much like well and done. The blue line is like complete now. It can go in the list of projects that are completed. Why was there sand there? But the blue line, chat. No, not the blue line. The yellow blue line is complete. Blue line is chill. Blue line is our friend. But the yellow line, I've got like so much distance to give the supports and struts to. Yellow line. Yeah, there's a railroad. Yeah, we haven't, the yellow line doesn't get that much use because it's mostly a trade corridor for sending resources between cities. But the yellow line definitely does exist, and it's important that we, maintain it and give it the due diligence done to all railroads. This thing's gonna be gigantic. This is going to destroy my brick reserves, and then some. Man, chat, guess he's gonna be elytrating over to new continents at some point, just for the sole purpose of finding more bricks. That's me! Oh my gosh, that's me that's going to be doing it. Can you tell that I am new to this whole, like, I know, doing the building things and being like, wow, this takes a lot of resources? And I imagine any experienced builders are like, there's no rice, so I had to go out. Aw. That having no rice is honestly a thing worth going out for. Like, there are a few things in this world I'd say, like, yeah, once you're home, actually go out for. Bagels are one of them. I would go out for bagels. Please tell me that this is going to run into the other side of it. Oh, it's not, because these were on different parallels. How long is this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That's where we need to go to. What's that I need for you to do? Ooh, bagels! I love bagels so much. They are, oh, we'll talk about bagels in a second. I just need a second, chat. I just need a moment. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. I'm just gonna drink some water. Chat, let's stay hydrated today. Let's not forget about drinking water. That sounds really nice, actually. okay. I'm alright now. We're fine. This is chill. This is a-okay. Not to be concerned. You know what? What we will do is we will simply make it 26 long. I was going for 25. I wanted an odd number. Chat, we're going for 26. It's just the easiest thing. This is so pen and bagel. So, okay, so bagels, they're like a bread food, bread style food. How did I fix that? I'm going to be filling in with bricks anyway. And basically they're like boiled as well as baked usually. So they've got like a really specific consistency. Sorry, I'm filling in any extra holes with bricks because I'm going to do it eventually, so I may as well do it now. But I think bagels are really tasty. I like urban cheese bagels. They've got like little bits of cheese and also like herbs in them and tasty. A bagel is to donuts as muffins is to cake. Yes, that's a good descriptor. That's a good way of describing it. It's like the same sort of thing, but not as sweet. Not as sweet, more of a like actual meal kind of thing. I love bagels. I've eaten bagels for all 3 meals of the day before. I've done that. Donuts. Oh, chat, okay, so quick question for you guys. Did I go overboard with the chocolate and robed donuts thing yesterday on Discord? Because, listen, it was just really funny to me. I just thought that it was absolutely hilarious. That's all. No need to worry about that. It was really funny to me. Because they... for anyone confused, yesterday on Discord, I sent a picture of a thing saying, like, chocolate enrobed donuts instead of, like, chocolate covered donuts. And then it became one of those memes where you, like, black out some of the letters and it says different words. Overboard, yes, no. Was a lot, yes. Was it so much that wasn't funny anymore? No. Oh, okay. Some people have chocolate OCD. okay. I just kept thinking of more of them. I just kept being like, wait, hold on a second. But what if it was like, I don't know. So chat, my 2 personal favorites were the one that Sai made that was that was chew. Like the one where it's like when you're one of Point Blank's trains and it was just chew. But then I'm also really proud of coconut. And just like when you're wondering what hit you when you're underneath a palm tree and it's just coconut. Because coconut. Okay, alright. I mean, I guess I could start laying bricks in on the undug out sections. Whee! Man, chat, I sure do love I sure do love using massive amounts of bricks in projects and then having to go search for supplies. Chat, we're gonna head out to Paper Plains in a second because I'm running low on food and I suspect we may end up out in the end eventually, and I would need more food for that. So we're just going to we're gonna take some early precautions. Gonna, you know, do our best for just being ready for the moment that will inevitably happen. I've been in a weird mood this week. It's like, I don't know, I feel like it's getting cold enough that it's starting to feel like, you know, cold weather, but it feels too early for cold weather for some reason, and it's been driving me a little bit wild. And by wild, I mean, like, wild. I'm gonna drink some water. Okay. Now that we've got liquid, I don't know if you can feel it, chat. I'm like trying desperately to convince myself to be productive instead of just like absolutely goofing off the entire time today. I'm not sure how well it's working because it can be very difficult to be productive when one is a Quimby with a lot of energy inside. Oh, chat. Okay, so on the subject of like the story that I was just completely captured by that Point Blank recommended yesterday, it's in a subreddit Reddit called like r/HFY, and it's like it appears to be stories just about like humanity and like space situations and stuff. It's actually no offense, but why Americans drink too much water. Oh, it's about the hydration. So according to like all the people, you should be drinking like, what was it, like 8 cups of water a day, which I personally think is a lot of cups of water to drink a day, because I'm absolutely terrible at that. But you know, with me doing like streaming and stuff and talking for a good amount of my day, I try to take care of my voice by drinking a lot of water. Because when you use your voice in a lot in, you know, like a situation such as this, then your voice can become like pretty dead from overuse. So I just try to avoid that by drinking water. Or was the question not why humans like consume so much liquid, but why the humans consume so much like water in particular? Because one's also a line of discussion. I'm gonna drop some sand off. Not that much sand, but give me a few more bricks. Just water. Yeah, okay. That's probably also for health reasons, honestly. Because theoretically it's like not great for you to be drinking like soda all the time. I don't know. I just know that water is easily available and supposedly, I don't know, like good for your body or whatever. So that's what I drink. And I don't know, it's good for your system or whatever. Again, most of the stuff is just me being like, oh, water's like good for you, and that's chill, I guess I'll drink water. That's fine, that's alright. Americans drink more water than other countries. I thought this stereotype was coffee soda. That's, you know, I have actually heard that. You know, I know the like image of the classic American with like a huge like soda cup in hand and just drinking all the things of like coffee and stuff. I don't know. Stereotypes are weird of people, and there can be multiple of them. I personally also don't drink like a lot of soda and stuff because that's not like what my family would drink, and so I've been kind of conditioned not for it. Here, I'm drinking more water now because we're talking about water. Drink water when you feel thirsty. You know, I would say same, but now that I've started like making myself drink more water because of streaming, it has started like migrating over into my normal everyday life. Like I'll just be living my life, just, you know, sitting there vibing or whatever. The next thing I know, I'm like, oh, I need to drink more liquid, and then I'm like, wait, what am I doing with myself? What kind of strange thing is going on around here? Why am I drinking so much water? It seems like some sort of a scam. I don't know, man. Oh gosh, chat. So I used to drink like absolutely zero liquid in a day. Like looking back, I remember a time where I legitimately like did not drink any liquid. Like no water, not even like milk and cereal or something. Just no liquid whatsoever. And I'm gonna be honest, that did feel like it was kind of unhealthy for me. I've heard that like when you're dehydrated, it has like as big of an effect on like your like mental processing skills as like being drunk. Which I don't know how truthful that is. I'd have to fact check that one. But it's kind of been interesting to think about that. Like how did humans evolve that way? Were humans in the wild just drinking like massive amounts of water? Like think about hunter-gatherer societies. Were they carrying huge like I don't know, containers of water with them in their little hunter-gatherer societies? Did they make themselves like water pouches or something and were like, oh, here we are at like a fresh stream or something, I guess we better fill up these water pouches so that we can drink 8 cups of water every day in our little hunter-gatherer society? Like, I don't know, Chan, that seems a little strange to me. Like, what were early humans doing that nowadays humans are supposed to drink that much water? It's something interesting to think about. Like, what sort of lessons can we learn from our heritage from this phenomenon? Yes, and now we see here that the humans are filling their water pouches at a stream so that they can bring it with them as they continue on their journey of hunter-gathering. Like, I know that. seems a bit out of character for humans. I can't see humans taking, like, precautions for survival ever. And I don't know, maybe it was different in a hunter-gatherer society, but I feel like humans are crazy enough these days that they'd just be like, oh, like water, that stuff that we theoretically need to drink. I'm like, I don't know, man. It seems a bit fake. Why would we need that? That makes no sense. Chat, that was satisfying. I'm gonna do that again. Ah. Oh, I like that. Okay, that was fun. Chat, I liked that quite a bit, actually. You just go, and then it goes also. Ooh, let's fill it in. Let's fill this in. Chat, I'm making modern art. Chat, I have developed modern art in Minecraft. This is a development that only I have ever done. I will be copywriting it immediately after this stream. In fact, my lawyers are probably working on it right now. So if you think that you can do modern art in Minecraft, then you're gonna be wrong because it's entirely copyrighted by me. So, sorry. Rip. Kind of a rip. Okay, but yeah, did humans carry around like giant water skins? Just think about like the traditional idea of the hunter-gatherer society. Like, when you look at pictures of like prehistoric humans and stuff. This video, we invented this great new thing called art. If you think you've ever seen art before, that's wrong because we just invented it this video. But just think, the classic idea of like the hunter-gatherer human. I never see them with like anything resembling water bottles or like canteens or I don't know, maybe skin pouches filled with water. Like, where did it come from that humans need to drink water every day? Just imagine you're like a hunter-gatherer human. There you are following like, I don't know, the natural herds of animals. Are you stopping to drink water every like are you stopping to drink water like every 5 minutes? Are you being like, oh, we've been on the road for a little bit. I guess we should stop and hydrate because we as humans need to hydrate a certain amount every day to be healthy. Like, I'm not seeing it. Is the thing. Just thinking of all the like prehistoric human documentaries and stuff, like Ice Age humans, not like the movies Ice Age, but like actual Ice Age kind of age humans. It would not surprise me if it's been a more recent thing as far as evolution is concerned. Okay, that could be interesting. I'm not sure how fast evolution usually works, especially in like modern days when artificial selection is a lot more common. But just, is it a nature of humans moving to a more like agricultural society? What's the word, like where humans are no longer hunter-gatherers? I think it's like agricultural. Don't fact check me on that. But is it that we moved to cities and then suddenly humans needed water? Like, is there something about a hunter-gatherer lifestyle that would make it so that humans didn't need to drink water that often? It's just weird to me, chat. And like, 8 cups of water is what I've heard. That's so many cups of water, especially if your main water source is like streams or something. Would they just sit at a stream and drink like 4 cups of water at a time and be like, well, we're going to stop for water once more today, so I guess I just need to drink 4 more cups when we arrive there? Evolution isn't like an instant thing like Pokemon, but maybe our current lifestyle makes it so we need to now. I assume that is interesting. Because like, I would think if like hunter-gatherer humans just following the herds and like being constantly moving stuff, I'd assume if it's like the humans needing water thing has always been true, then they'd need more water then, because if they were like constantly physically active, then that tends to require more water and stuff. But if they were just, there's something about walking all day that makes it that you don't need water, because humans are persistence hunters for the most part. Like, sure, we'll fight people, but like, oh, I'm running out of sprint. Okay, let's try that again. Humans are persistence hunters, but you gotta think that like that persistence would require more work, like more resources. Because the whole point of like becoming farmers and like moving to a more like agricultural society was so that humans didn't have to expend all of their energy like chasing after like animal herds and stuff. It just seems weird to me. Humans are weird, chat. This shouldn't be news, but here we are, I guess. Cause yeah, just constant moving. I know that, okay, so chat, the thing that I've heard when like doing hiking and stuff is that you always just need to make sure to take like small drinks of water over time, because taking like big drinks, like big amounts of water at one time can like upset your stomach and make it more difficult to like do the work and stuff. So humans like bringing, if humans didn't have a way to transport water with them, then that feels really ineffective for their hunting style, because you know, then stopping at streams and drinking large amounts of water at once would make them less effective over time. I guess maybe the long story short, long and short of this, I guess, is where in the heck did the whole thing about humans needing to drink 8 cups of water a day come from? It doesn't seem very useful. It doesn't seem like... Okay, and then, oh, here we are getting to the fallacy of, like, the whole useful thing, because evolution doesn't make things useful. Quimby disproves evolution using water logic? Oh no. Oh, I doubt that somehow. So, alternatively, so, here's the thing, chat. We think of evolution as... Quimby disproves water logic using evolution. I'd say that would be more accurate, but here's actually the thing. When we think of evolution, we tend to think of it as, like, oh yes, the, like, whatever works, like, whatever is alive today must be, like, the best possible version of that. That must be, like, the thing that is the correct and best way that stuff happened. But consider alternatively that evolution doesn't care about the best way to do things, evolution cares that something works. So evolution makes all kinds of terrible, bad, ugly decisions because for some reason it works to survive till the next generation. So evolution, when they say like the fittest to survive and stuff, it doesn't mean like the most fit ever to survive. It means literally like, did this thing hacking survive? Because if it did, sure, but if it didn't, whoops. So evolution makes all kinds of just whack, messed up kind of decisions. I'm gonna go grab more bricks because I want to finish the foundation of this big old giant factory. But just think. I'm trying to think of like a specific example of like bad evolutionary practices. Oh gosh, I can only think of one currently, but it's not necessarily something that I want to discuss like on stream. Let's see, bad evolutionary practices. Oh, I only have one more. I'm using my entire stash of brick blocks on the foundation. This thing is gonna be 2 stories tall. We're fine. This is alright. I'll just go to a new continent and wait until the 1.18 update comes out. This is alright. But evolution bad is the moral of the story. They're not bad because it's like, oh my gosh, evolution is bad, but evolution just doesn't care about actually efficient ways to do things. It cares about I don't know, does it work? So humans requiring water could be one of those things where it's like, this is not the best way to do it. There are so many things that could be better than this, but this is what worked, so this is what survived, you know? Which is lots of things are like that. Let's use these 10 measly brick blocks to start one of the walls. Oh, chat. Oh, this thing is... that's gonna take some work. Let's move a bunch of sand to the 420 chest room because we can. Oh, chat, I keep trying to think of, like, good stream-friendly examples of stupid evolutionary practices. Because, again, it's really about, like, just what works. I think maybe... Gosh, I'd have to talk to my biologist contact, because I've got a contact who's a biologist about this, and I think lizard tails are probably a good example of that. Like I don't know, just I feel like the resource consumption involved in like being able to lose your tail as a defense mechanism doesn't sound really that great. It sounds like kind of a bad idea, but you know what, it works. The lizards survive, so therefore evolution feels justified in making that be the mode of things. It's like, well, if something works, then that's what matters. I should grab an item frame and put that there. Maybe. But oof. So I get that there's the problem with the whole humans evolutionary, like evolving to require water daily doesn't make a lot of sense. That's the issue there. Can you imagine if I disproved water using evolution? I think the misconception is that evolution has some sort of will or direction. You know, I would agree with that. I would say that... Where did I put my item frames? I would say that that's very true. People are like, oh, but evolution and things. And I'm like, but have you considered evolution does not care. Evolution is just a natural process that happens. Oh, where are they? There we are. Okay. I've got an item frame. Let's go put it on that sand. But if you hit the nail on the head, that's literally that's literally whatever works. Yeah. Whatever works. I think that one of the most interesting evolutionary processes is domestication. Because, you know, just like objectively in this world, one of the like best practices for animals to survive is to be useful to humans. So like cows and like dogs and stuff, they get such a leg up in the whole like surviving field because they're useful to humans. I got the video of 8 glasses of water. Hold on, I missed something. We've got 8 glasses of water going on. Check the Discord. Okay, not currently because, you know, stream, but post stream I will check the 8 glasses of water thing. Cool. I'm headed out to Paper Plains. I need more steak. But oh, where are the thoughts running there? It was that dogs and cows, and like domesticated animals in general, they just get such a leg up in life. Like, you know, having another species actively work for their survival, specifically one as, you know, like I don't know, inventive and as like aggressive as humans are for their survival, that is that's a big advantage. A lot of creatures don't have something like that, so like domesticated animals have lived a lot longer than maybe some of them should have because humans made them do that. I'm gonna hit that wall. Ha! Take that wall. Not hitting you today. Alright, have I been stacking this place with hay bales? Okay, I've got some, but we might head over to Paper Plains at some point to, not Paper Plains, to Bread City. There we are. We'll head over to Bread City at some point to get some new hay bales for this place, because, I've kind of been working the cow population pretty hard recently, and I feel kind of bad about that, but at the same time, cows exist for my own personal use, so... Oh yeah, the cow population is not doing too hot. Interesting. When we're going to the end of CSMP? Okay, so... I try not to talk about the CSMP too much, like, on stream and stuff, because I don't think it's fair to people who aren't there. The reason why we haven't gone to the CSMP is because I got spooked by everyone asking all the time. I have troubles with, like, feeling pressured to do things when people ask, so being asked a lot was making me feel like I was just, like, I don't know, reacting to their demands and doing things even though it wasn't, like, my own personal choice to do it. So for the moment, I'm holding off on going to the end until I can feel more comfortable with the decision, like, you know, I made the decision and not just me listening to peer pressure. So it's probably going to be a while longer. Probably just one random day I'll be out there and be like, oh, well, I guess maybe we should go to the end soon, you know? I know that's not the ideal answer, but that's how it is. Okay, I might stick around in this area for a bit to give some of the baby cows time to grow up and become more adult cows. So we'll just go chop down some trees tomorrow. I'm running low on wood anyway, so. Excuse me, hey, you out there, you with the like bright golden face and stuff. Think maybe you could speed the service up a little bit, you know? Think you could, yeah, oh, there we are. Yeah, I don't want, it's gonna be like, when it happens, I want it to be like a thing. I don't want it to be just like me deciding one day to go to the end. I want you guys to be like involved in it. But, here, I'll grab like 4 starter trees for my replanting. Yeah, it's gonna be an event. I'm not gonna just go suddenly one day. Semicolon, however, comma, not yet. Come on. Get burnt by the sun, noob. Imagine being burnt by the sun, chat. I would never be burnt by the sun ever in my life. Seems kind of cringe, honestly. Being burnt by the sun. Ooh. Kind of unfortunate. Chat, imagine ever reacting to the sun in a negative way. Imagine this coming from the person who regularly screams at the sun and argues and tells the sun that it's doing a bad job. Imagine ever like being upset with the sun and not having a good relationship with the sun. That's skeletons and zombies, they're not doing too well with that, not doing too hot. I think that maybe they should learn how to do it better. Oh, rip to the skeletons and zombies. Ooh, chat, you know what's good about getting a whole bunch of wood? Theoretically, this is wood that I could someday use on improving the yellow line. The yellow railway line. Chat, urbanization is a complicated process. And by complicated, I mean I have a lot to do, so it takes time. But just think, okay, so for anyone who's like seen the blue line, just imagine that, but on the huge expansive open space that the yellow line has. That's the dream. Honestly, I should probably start smelting a whole ton of smooth stone, because I'm gonna need a lot of smooth stone for the yellow line's arches. Bop. Right, and there we are. So we'll probably just chop down like the other 2 super trees that are chop downable, and then we'll head back and I don't know, probably I've exhausted all of my bricks, but we'll do something. For the yellow line, you need a lot of smooth stone. To make smooth stone, you need a factory. Oh my gosh, it's all coming together. The entire thing, it's making sense. The factories for the smooth stone for the things. Oh, I forgot that this axe had silk touch on it. I'm gonna set this leaf out here to perish. Except, will it perish? Oh, chat, here's the question. For bricks clay, you need a railroad to take you places, so the yellow line. Actually, to look for clay these days, I have to travel, like, a good distance out. I've pretty much exhausted this entire continent for clay, so... Oh, except I actually do know where some is. Maybe we should go on a little bit of a clay gathering expedition soon. Did someone say railroad? Oh, you know that we said railroad, point blank. You know that we were talking about the railroads. I'm leaving that one leaf that we found out there to see if it'll die without access to logs. Yeah, point blank, I need to... Have you seen what I've done with the blue line? Like the blue railway line? I want to do the same thing. Oh, and the red line. The red line is done too, as far as I know. Yeah, it's the blue line and the red line are done. I just need to do the yellow line. But the yellow line has a huge, expansive, like, open space that crosses over, so it's gonna have, like, big ol' arches. Have you seen that, point blank? Have you seen what I've been doing with it? Because that's what's gonna be happening to the yellow line as soon as I get the resources for it. Legends say that if you say railroad in front of a mirror at 3 AM, point blank will send you frog memes. That does seem to be what will happen, though. I mean, chat, I've seen it myself. I say railroad, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, this guy comes up and is like, hey, and I'm like, hey! I need one more. I need one more leaf. Leaf. That's correct. I send them through Facebook or Discord. I mean, chat. Now you know where to get your frog memes if you want them. If you desire frog memes, boy, have I got the supplier for you. My supplier works through Facebook and Discord and will send you frog memes whenever you need them, however you need them. Be sure to stop by Point Blank's Frog Meme Emporium today for all the premium rates. Oh, frogs! Oh, we're getting frogs! Alright, here we go. That system can give you the infant fuel system ideas, not as much as you want. I mean, I've got a bunch of coal blocks, and I feel like using the coal blocks is more accurate to like the whole Industrial Revolution vibe. But I wouldn't say no to knowing about an infinite fuel idea. All right, so chat. Frogs brought to you by Point Blank. All right, now ready? Frogs. Oh, there they go. Oh, that's the frog that kills it. That's the frog that kills it. We're bringing the frogs back. Chat, we can't end the frogs that soon. We need a little more time with them. We need a little more time with the boys, with the froggy boys. Oh. Alright, it likes the yellow frog a lot, so we're gonna end that there. But thank you so much for the frogs, Point Blank. I appreciate it. Bop. Alright, that was completed. Advertising voice is so fun for those early 2000s small town store commercials. I mean, that's the vibe. That's the whole feel of it. Frog pog. Frog pog. Chat, frogs are very pog. I like frogs. A lot. Frogs are just so good. I like catching frogs. I've heard that may be bad for them, but have you considered that sometimes you just see a frog in the grass and then you need to go for it? Tasty frog? Oh no! Oh no, we are consuming the frogs. Oh my gosh, the poor frogs. Chat, this is so sad. This is a tragic day. The frogs are being consumed. I hate you. I hate you with a burning fiery passion. You don't stop. I don't like stripped logs when I'm collecting them, chat. What can I say? I misclicked. Can you advertise low prices for records and cassette tapes and voice? Okay. Make sure to stop by the records and cassettes shop, where you can get low prices any day whenever you come in and talk with us. We're super friendly and we love records and cassettes, so please come on by the 221 Main Street in place. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Have you ever wanted to find a reliable source for tapes and cassettes? Have you ever wondered where in your own personal small town you can go to get what you need to listen to the music that you love? Well, look no further. Just come on down to the Records Emporium, because we've got it all. We've got records, we've got cassettes, we've even got some of those new CDs. We've got everything. So if you find yourself in the mood for some music, just come say hi. Chad, what do you think? Do I have a future in advertising? Think I've got something going there? I'm trying my best. If that won't get me a commercial contract, then what will? Whee! Nope. No one just straight up telling us out here, just absolutely deadpan. No sugarcoating it or anything. Just, you know, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Well, I appreciate the straightforwardness of it all. We've even got some of those new CDs. Yep. That. I was like, what was the 2000s? I was like, oh, CDs. Early 2000s was like, wow, CDs are so cool. They're like records or cassettes, but you don't need to rewind them. Get your CD player today and get all your favorites on CD. My family still got a whole bunch of CDs and like cassettes and stuff. In case it's the truth. I mean, really though. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm not mad. I just I appreciate the honesty. Okay, we're gonna have to make a stop over to Bread City real soon because I am sprinting through these hay bales at the speed of life. The speed of light, not the speed of life. That would be unfortunate. You guys may not know. Point Blank is a voice actor. Whoa! I mean, that's cool. That's cool. Voice actors are... I respect the heck out of voice actors, honestly. I just... They do the cool things with their voice, and I say, wow, that's some cool things with the voice. Especially, I love watching old American commercials from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. I mean, that's fair. They're kind of a... they're kind of a place to be. I don't know what kind of place to be they are, but they are a place to be, for sure. They just happen. Like, the, like, Starburst, strawberry, like, berries and cream one has resurfaced recently. And it's just so... the world of commercials is so absurdist, chat. There's just something going on there, you know? There's... like, who approved this is the main question. Who looked at that and said, uh-huh, yep, that seems like a good thing to do with like our time and energy. We're gonna turn one into a voice actor. Heck yeah! Heck yeah, I am so down for this. I am so down for Devon to turn into a voice actor. I will have no complaints here. Can I just... I try to avoid the baby cows. Sometimes it's difficult. Listen, chat, it's a meat processing plant. What do you expect? English so good he's doing his own voiceovers. Aww! Yo! Guys, I get very excited when I hear about you all being successful and, like, doing cool things. I just think it's the coolest stuff. Anything that you guys have to, like, share with me about things that you're doing. I'm constantly proud of you guys. CSMP equals improv workshop equals voice actor workshop. I mean, I wouldn't complain personally. I mean, we know that I've got, like, the 2000s commercial voice down, but I mean, I feel like all of us have room to improve on our general voice acting. Chat, imagine a world, like, this is kind of off the rails, but just imagine a world where everyone is a voice actor. Just imagine everyone being able to do the voice acting. Okay. Chat, we're gonna, I think we are going to, I was gonna head back to New Stone City after this, but I think we may have to go immediately over to Bread City, because I am running through these hay bales. Oof. Yeah, and I believe in you. I believe you'll, like, you're studying to get into university, right? That's pretty cool. Everyone has a voice, but not everyone is an actor, so everyone has that potential within them. I mean, to be fair, not everyone, like, has an actual physical voice, but everyone has some way to communicate and, you know, make themselves, like, heard and seen, so I think that that is very cool. I say seen, we're gonna ignore that aspect of that for me. Ooh, chat, I actually had an idea yesterday. I was looking at, like, masquerade masks and stuff, and I was thinking of some things that would let me, like, appear and stuff physically without you guys knowing what I look like, and being able to, like, work with that. With Point Blank's surefire With Point Blank's surefire patent pending voice acting training, you too can find your voice. No voice, mute physical disabilities in your vocal cords? Try Vocaloid. I mean, that's fair. That's very fair. Oh, chat, look at how much cooler the blue line looks than the yellow line. The yellow line's just out here floating in air, and then there the blue line is looking like it's got actual weight and, you know, can do things. Like, oof. Hi, Finn. Oh, they canceled school again. Oh gosh, is it really cold for you guys? Is it, because that tends to be the story when they cancel school for you. But hello. I'm glad you're here, but I hope you're doing okay and are not, you know, in too dire of straits. Whee! That was fun. I've got a lot of things in my inventory. Hold on. Just gonna gonna shove some of those in there, and that's gonna be like my little log holding box. Oh yeah, and Sai too. Hey Sai, welcome, welcome, welcome. Here, if you're ever gonna do a physical masquerade appearance and mean a private Quimby Court Halloween party with the gang. Ooh, I do love Halloween. I do love Halloween parties. So we may discuss. We may have that discussion. I'm immediately going to spend these emeralds. I have a problem. I have problems, chat. I've got issues. Since we're coming just in time. Yeah, we've got a party here. But things. Physically, my laptop camera. Gonna shove food through my webcam for everyone. Okay, I was like, what was I talking about with the webcam? Yeah, live your best life, point blank. You shove that food through a webcam. I think you should go for it. I think that you should just make it work, you know? Ooh, I've got hay bales here. I don't need hay bales in Bread City. I can do stuff with them. Then no, I've just got a regular furnace. If I had a smoker, I would have used it, but 'tis a regular furnace. I've got a lot of feathers. I can trade those with the Fletcher that I keep trapped in here. I've got a problem, chat. I've got problems. Oh gosh, just everyone eating their webcam for a Halloween party. That would be that would certainly be something. You're hungry? Honestly, kinda me too. Not string. I want the feathers, please. It's like you know the hit game Papers, Please? It's like that, but feathers. And I have a problem. I've got such a problem, chat. Oh, I remember what happened there. We're not gonna talk about that. I told the one in a voice call, brother, turn your laptop to its side, put a mug underneath it. I'm sending you hot soup. Aww. Aww. Chat, just the special feeling you get when you send food through your webcam to your friends. It's simply good times. Oh, I had more feathers here. That's fine. That's fine. Wait, where are my bottles? Oh, I know where the bottles are. I'm here to harvest wheat. What am I doing? Oh, chat, the pull of the wild, it's too strong. Gonna pour out of the USB port. Let's just, chat, let's just develop a way to send food through internet connections. You know? Let's just work on that. I feel like the universe is in desperate need of a way to send food through the internet. And not just like purchasing food and sending it to people through like delivery companies. No, I want to be able to like, I don't know, I want to be able to like make fresh baked rolls or something. And then be like, hey friends, you want one? And then just be able to like send. Chat, we're Willy Wonka. Have you guys hope it's come real. I would scream. But you know the part in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory where Mike TV, what's his name? They send the guy through the television because it's an experimental thing to like send sample chocolate bars to people through a television. You know that? That's what we're talking about. Yeah, the chocolate factory guy. Yeah. Oh, chat. Who knew that Roald Dahl would be predicting the future like this? Who knew? That's so crazy. Digital ham. Scan in the code, prepare your plate, and open your CD drive. Out comes the way you ham. Oh gosh. Just ham through computer. I would send so many people food through that. Cause chat, I make some tasty food. I didn't get it. I forgot to take a picture of it when it happened. But a few weeks ago, I made pie with like apples from like someone's backyard apple tree. Cause that's the best way to do it. You gotta get like homegrown Golden Delicious apples are really good for pie. I didn't get a picture. I wish I had. Cause I would have sent it to you guys, and I would have sent pie. Carl Jacobs in the Charl Factory would be chef's kiss. Oh boy. Just chocolate factory. Chat, why does Rodon have to have good ideas and have that be in just a book? Why can't we get good ideas outside of the book? Why can't we just look at book ideas and then put them into reality? That'd be nice. That'd be so cool. But yeah, so chat, making apple pie is actually like my special like signature dish. I make really, really tasty apple pie. I can knock out a pie crust in like under an hour. I love making pie. Pie takes so much effort and like energy to make, but then it's really good when it's done. And that's what I think is just special about pie is, you know, it's not an easy thing to do. So you know that that when someone makes you pie, it's like an effort, it's an ordeal. Never had apple pie in my life. Chat, maybe I should make like maybe I should do like a cooking stream or something, or like a cooking YouTube video and have it be me making apple pie, so then you all can learn how to make your own apple pie from the recipe that I use. I make no promises about this because the recipe actually doesn't like belong to me. It's like a family recipe, but that'd be nice. That'd be pog. Yeah, maybe I should. I made this for you. Cooking stream? Oh, that would be good times. Okay, maybe I'll put some effort into that sometime. Be like, if I wanted to do a cooking stream, how would I do that? Oh gosh, I'd have to figure out a camera and stuff and like mics and things. Oh goodness. Oh, being faceless comes with a lot of perks, and one of those things is that I don't have to figure out like cameras or like some stuff with microphones. I can plant my microphone like right in front of my face and not have that be a problem, which I know is not the case for a lot of people who like use webcam and stuff. So that means that for me to do like a cooking thing, cowboys, then that would be a lot of effort. I love eating. Hey, that's a good thing. Us people who like cooking and stuff need someone to, you know, we need someone to eat the things that we use, that we make, you know. But for cooking stream, that would be very nice. Here, can I get you to shoot each other? Can I get you all to shoot this guy? Ha! That was fun. I've got just a few arrows, just a few, you know, just a few things protruding from my body. So that's awkward. That's awkward, but it's fine. Yeah. Chat. The logistics of doing a cooking stream might be a bit difficult to figure out, but if I could, can I get you to stack now? They don't stack. What if I? Hold on. I've seen some people. They don't stack. They don't stack, chat. Older version ones? Oh, maybe. Oh, I could. That is probably true, actually. Some of these are probably from 116. Try placing them and then breaking them. Okay. Let's try it. I got nothing to lose from it, really. Let's place all of them and break all of them. Hey, sup? They look kind of cool, though. Guys, think about Texas brisket. Ooh. That does sound very tasty. Can I? Thank you. Yeesh. Hey, that worked, Finn. Thank you. Thank you. They're just angy. No, I wanted it there. Stacked angry boys. They're the stacked angry boys. They do stack, but some of them have more info than the others, so they don't. Okay. Okay. Well, we got them. We got them. They will stack now. So that's. Why does it go into the ground? Can I? I'm gonna drink some water. I'm going to consume some liquid. Why are they like that? Why is this the way that they are? I don't understand. You know what? I will leave the stacked angry faces, because I think that is precious. They're just angry. They're filled with rage. They're filled with rage. Food talks time. Heck yeah. Oh, I do like food. Let's see, what other food can we talk about? We've talked about like Texas brisket. We've talked about apple pie. We've talked about hot soup. Let's see, what are some other fun food items that we can have a civil discussion about? The bottom part is only texture and isn't real. That's so funny. That is actually hilarious. That is quite comedic, in fact, as it were. It's not real. It doesn't exist. Stop it. Let's see, what else is there to talk about food things? I really like potatoes, chat. Specifically mashed potatoes are my favorite. I like making like real mashed potatoes, not like mashed potatoes from a box or anything, like real honest to goodness, take some potatoes, boil them, mash them up. It's a bit of a lost art in this modern day with our, you know, fancy food contraptions. But you know what? The food, like real mashed potatoes are real tasty, and I think that we should appreciate them more. They've just got such a different texture to fake mashed potatoes. Fake mashed potatoes are alright. Like, I'm not dissing on fake mashed potatoes. But like, sometimes you just gotta go to the source. You gotta get them real mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes with like butter. I don't like pepper that much, but I like a hint of it. I don't like it that much on my potatoes. I like it a lot on like roasted vegetables. And then just like a little tiny hint of salt. In the Point Blank's country, you'll get awesome food. Yeah, I've heard that, I hear from Point Blank mostly that sometime I need to like, I don't know, end up like meeting up with him and then end up eating food, because, I don't know, call me crazy, but eating food sounds really tasty. It's a girl who's eating raw potatoes as a snack. I don't think I like potatoes quite that much. That's a bit beyond my level, I guess. Here, while we're here, I'm going to harvest some honey from the bees. They've been working on it. I should give them some room to, you know, some room to expand. Oh, there we go. Oh, I haven't gotten this advancement yet because I just would use the dispenser system earlier. Oh, the bees. Yeah, okay, so I don't think I like potatoes that much. Raw potatoes don't sound that tasty to me. Like, oh, I have heard of a science experiment though, chat, where you like cut up an apple and you cut up a potato and then you like plug your nose so you can't smell anything and then you eat both and then the potatoes like taste different. Like, sorry, and that's hard to tell the difference between the potatoes and the apple because they have similar textures. People eat raw sweet potato. Well, sweet potato's different. You know, I just feel like it's got... Sweet potatoes have different vibes than other potatoes. Here, I am gonna take this all back over to... Actually, no, I'm not gonna take this over... I'm not gonna take this over manually, chat. What am I thinking? Do I have a chest somewhere in here? I do not. I don't know why I don't have that, but I'm sending this over via the yellow line. Chat, I just imagine using the railroads that I built for the sake of industry, That sounds like, whoa, what kind of game are we playing out here? Doing industry with things made for industry. Oh, hold on just a second there. But yeah, so we're making a little chest. Ready? Pop. And then we're gonna send it over. Pop. The O-line lives! Like your raw onion, so raw potato doesn't sound too bad. Ooh. Well, okay, so sorry, I'll get to that in a sec. We'll talk about the mobs in a sec. I am gonna fly back to New Stonk City. But eating raw onions, I'm gonna be honest, also doesn't sound that bad. I don't know. I feel like people exaggerate the whole raw onion thing a lot of times. They're like, "Oh my gosh, raw onions," and then it's like, yeah, like what about them? Ooh, can I glide back into town? Hi, CNR Pro. Hi, welcome. Oh, we've got a vote for the copper golem out here. I personally think that I'm gonna vote for the LA. I just like it the best. That's the simple answer. I think it looks the coolest. I think it's got applications that would be useful for my own personal desires. Go in the stack. It looks the prettiest. Let's see the fourth one. Are there? I thought there were only 3. I thought there were usually only 3 mobs in the vote. I thought it was just like I thought we were just gonna get the glare, the LA, and the copper golem to vote for. Wasn't it for? Will there be 4? Oh, coolest name. Yeah, the LA. That is a cool name. If I'm incorrect about will there be 4? I actually don't know. Nope. Okay. I was worried for a second that I was wrong, and I can never be wrong about anything. So just a pause, because I just noticed my house and I remembered that it looks a lot cooler now than it did yesterday. That's all. That's all. And I still don't sleep in my house because the 3rd floor isn't finished. Let me sleep, please. Can I just... Pardon me. Excuse me, please. Hi, Ender Chest. But, when will be the update? I've heard that it'll be like, isn't it gonna be like December or something? Why do you have 92 levels? Ooh, that's actually a very simple question to answer. That guy. That guy is why I have 92 levels. He's, this good fellow over here. I don't know if you've noticed. He requires a lot of bones to make. And that means that I need to spend a lot of time parked at a skeleton spawner just breaking some skeletons to get the bones. I could set up automatically, but I like using the looting aspect of Stonky Boy because I feel like that makes it go faster. But yes, I have 92 levels because I have spent a lot of time at a skeleton spawn over the past few days. Do you want to see how many bone blocks I currently have? Got that many, and it's still not enough. It's still not enough. Live will be on Saturday. Yeah, live will be on Saturday, and then update will be, I don't know, sometime. I don't know, sometime. Yep. And I'm not super pleased with this arm, so I might change it. I think I like the idea of it like moving forward and down and stuff, but we might just have it be straight because it's not looking well. In Eastern time. Chat, so many things are in Eastern time. Makes me feel kind of special. Makes me feel just a little bit like, wow. Eastern time? Oh, you shouldn't have. Hold on. Speaking of, furnaces and, like, I don't know, massive factory systems and stuff, I think I've still got a bunch of nether bricks in here somewhere. Yes, you can check the live time from YouTube for your time. It says local time. Yo, that's pretty helpful, actually. Okay, where does it end? Where does it start? It starts right here. Chat, I don't think it'll happen, but just imagine me getting to 93 levels from these nether bricks that I've left here for ages. I'm pretty sure it's been over a month since I smelted these nether bricks. Oh, chat. I just need so much nether wart. I've got the bricks. I just need the nether wart. Let's go check on the nether wart, actually. I've spent some time in the village today, so maybe it'll be grown. Oh, that looks harvestable. That, chat, looks like a harvestable group of nether wart. Like, yeah, it's not the most grown I've ever seen it, but it's enough that I can maybe get some. Because I changed the roof plans, and now it's gonna take so much more nether wart. Chat, the story of my life is think of project. Think project is cool, commit to project. Realize project requires vast amounts of resources. Cry. And that's that. Oh yeah, if everyone in the chat, like, this is not like no harm no foul, but if you want to say like which mob you guys are voting for in chat, I'd love to hear it. I think the mobs are very cool, and honestly, I'd love to have all of them. It's like, why do we gotta choose just one? Probably the golem. Interesting. Oh, that one wasn't ready yet. For people in chat planning on voting for the golem, any particular reason why? Because it's because honestly, it's fairly lower on my list for like things to vote for. I personally don't see a lot of like uses for it, but if you guys have, I don't know, maybe you guys see something that I don't. So, hello. Yeah, so if you've got reasons that you're voting for the golem, I would legitimately love to hear that. I think I'll let my nether wart build up a little bit more. I'll let that just do a bit more. It'll press random copper buttons and it seems fun. You know, that is a fair reason to vote for it. While I'm devoid of brick blocks to work on the factory, I think I'm gonna spend a little bit more time hollowing out this space. I've got a lot of work to do here. Yeah, I mean, having it be fun does legitimately just make a lot of sense, because having things be fun is nice. Bop. Bop. Okay, there we go. What will you vote for? Probably the allay. I think it looks so pretty, and chat, you know me. You know my thoughts on the value of aesthetic. I think it is pretty, and therefore I think it is cool. Just I like the pretty ones, and also because I could legitimately see myself like using in things. I think it'd be interesting to like take one of those mining and see if they'll. Oh, I didn't mean to use Fortuna there. I think it could be interesting to take one of them mining and see if they'll like pick up stuff for you. You know? With the copper button, you can manipulate the golem to a task. Yeah, that's fair too. I'm not a huge like redstone person, so I guess I don't exactly grasp a lot of the like applications of that sort of stuff. It's interesting to hear people who do know stuff talk about it. I think the allay is very pretty and would be fun. Yeah, the allay, it's pretty. it's pretty. The glare is pretty low on my list, honestly, because with the 1.18 update with like the whole mob spawning rules, I could see it making sense if like you're a builder and you want to make absolutely sure that nothing can spawn in your builds, but I don't know, just honestly I can't see too much of a reason for it other than that, because if things are only spawning in light level 0, then I feel like that's pretty easy to tell. You know, it's just, oh my gosh, it's dark, things are gonna spawn. Because light level 0 is a lot easier to tell than like, what was it, light level 7? I don't know. So yeah, the glare, it does look cool. It does look cool, and I think if they were not changing these spawning rules, then it would have some cool applications. But due to all the factors going into it, I'm kind of like, do I need it? I personally just don't understand what the copper golem does. I don't feel like they explained it that well. Me neither. So I have to correct 500 words about dragons to school tomorrow, so I'll have to go. Oh, bye Finn, bye! Thanks for popping in for a sec. You go correct a 500 word essay story about dragons. I think that sounds wild. The book which says mob can spawn on which light level. Okay. Cool. Story about dragons. That sounds fun. Yeah, bye, Bim. Bye for now. Good luck with correcting your essay. Includes every mob. Interesting. So are there different light levels for different mobs? Because that's one thing that I don't think I've ever, like, really quite understood. Is the, I don't know, spawning rules. Because I know some things spawn at certain light levels, some things are differenter. But, like, which ones are those? I don't know. So if you have got information about that, I would love to hear it. Here, sorry, I just need to, Pop. There we go. I'll try to find the book. Awesome, thank you, thank you. I feel kind of bad sending you on a, you know, on a search just for, like, this piece of information, but it's a cool book. Does it, reviews and mobs, like, strays? Ooh, that's a good question. I know that Minecraft posted, like, they published, like, the adventures guide and stuff a few years ago, but I don't know how relevant those still are. Hey! Hey, we've got Dirt Gamer here. Hey, welcome. Found it? Awesome. Cool. Give us your ancient wisdom, CNR Pro. What do the old stories say about the about where mobs can spawn in light levels? What is the ancient wisdom that you can share with us? Different mob it's different light level, even trees like bamboo need light level to grow. Oh yeah, for like agricultural purposes. Wrong book, no! Not the wrong book. Oh, what a dastardly day. Wednesday's party day, apparently. Yeah, apparently Wednesday is party day, so I'm down. I like party day. Do you like party day? Write in the comments below if you like party day. I like party day. But I think party day is pretty cool. I'm a big fan of party day. I think it's kind of fun. Oh gosh, I sound like I'm doing the like fingers thing, the thing where you like poke your fingers together. I sound like I'm doing that and I kind of hate it. Oh no. Oh my gosh, it sounds like we've got some bad news coming. Oh my gosh, what is it? What is it, CNR Pro? What have we got? Give it to me straight. The old Nether and End mobs only. No! Oh, a tragedy. A true tragedy in the making. That's alright. Tell us about the old Nether and End mobs. I would love to hear it. Here, I should be covering this in. Filling this in. Chat, I should be covering this in. But it's because that's where the ceiling is gonna go. Blaze less than 11. Cool. And mobs being Enderman. Well, also like Endermites and stuff. Sigh. Gotta remember Endermites. Although, oh, those might be more recent. So Blaze less than 7. Got it. Gassed 15 to 0. Oh, I hate that. Ooh, we've got frogs! I love the frogs. Dark. Okay. There we go. Chat. Frogs are very kindly brought to you by Dark Gamer. Alright, now ready? Yeah, we're gonna bring in the frogs. Oh, that's a frog that kills it. Stop. Oh, red frog and green frog and other green frog and yellow frog and red frog again. Oh, and the green frog on the thing and the yellow frogs. I need to put more frogs in these, but I'm very attached to the frogs that we've got. They're just precious. Just look at them go. Look at these funky little frog boys. It really likes the yellow frogs a lot. Okay. So thank you so much for the frogs. I appreciate it. Thank you for the frogs. Frogs can spawn in any light level. Oh goodness. Chat, can you imagine if the new mob was frogs? I would love that. Magma cubes 15 to 0. Why do the ghasts spawn? Not like, nothing particular about the way they spawn, just why do they spawn? Wither less than 7? Oh, so if you make a really bright space, will it not show up? That's kind of intriguing, actually. Oh, I should fight a wither. I don't have the wither skulls to do it, so I can't do it like right now, but I should fight a wither. That sounds kind of exciting. I will fight a wither someday. With a skeleton. Oh, probably with a skeleton. Okay. Zombie pigman 15 to 0, so... zombie pigman I'm fine spawning just 15 to 0. That makes them... I'm guessing that that'll make it nice for, like, farming them and stuff. Oh gosh, zombie pigmen are neutral, so they're not gonna get affected by the new, like, light level stuff, right? I'm pretty sure that's how that's gonna work. Hopefully. I'd hate for the zombie pigmen to just, like, stop happening. Just stop bursting into existence. Shelter 15 to 0. Can't stay long, I need to sleep. Oh, that's chill, that's chill. You can leave whenever you need to. I think highest level is 15 psi. So when it says like 0 to 15, that means like in any light level conditions. Yeah, 15. Yeah, Dirt Gamer, if you need to leave, just go ahead and like leave anytime. If there's something that you like want to do before you leave, feel free to like, I don't know, chat with me. Let me know. We'll talk, I guess. But otherwise, just like whenever you need to leave for, you know, sleeping purposes, that's chill. Oh, bye, Dirt Gamer. Bye. Thanks for popping in. It was lovely having you. Hold on. I need to. Why would it be this way? Why would that be the way that it is? And it just is that way. I'm getting a lot of smooth stone, a lot of stone chat, which I can smelt into smooth stone for my own nefarious desires of building a railroad. Building a railroad is a nefarious desire. I'm only here to gain the coins for dog name. I kind of figured. That's chill. How close are you? Or is my dog name gonna get revealed soon? Ooh, 13k. Yeah, you're certainly making it. Maybe someday soon I will have to tell the world. There are 4 buds on that. Okay. Yeah, you're so close. Oh, maybe someday soon I will have to tell you guys, and then you will know. And oh gosh. And then I will not be like, oh, let me see how my dog is doing. I'll be like, let me see how dog name is doing. I almost said it right there, admittedly. I almost messed up, but I'm holding strong. You'll find your house. I mean, to be fair, it already has been revealed that I live in place, so I'm not sure how much more can be revealed, honestly. I'm not sure, you know, like once you guys know that I live in place, I'm kind of done for. Once you figure that out, then, oh boy, I may as well just, I don't know, reveal everything about me, including, like, I don't know, my social security number and stuff. Because it's too late for me. You know everything you need to know. I live in place. Perish. Feel the sting of my blade, and by my blade I mean my arrows. Creeper. Perish. Oh, I am thinking about, like, I don't know how often I do it, chat. I'm not sure how often, but like I'm thinking, like, you know, like classic face mask thing, but then like with masquerade mask combo for like maybe making appearances. I don't want to do anything too just like classic faceless streamer, but I don't know, maybe because I know I think I'm humorous in person. I think I could do the funny things. Oh, bye, Dawn. Bye. Good luck. Go sleep. Go sleep. Oh, Sai, which mob will you vote for? We've been talking about which mob everyone will vote for, and we haven't heard your side of the story yet. Listen, kid, we ain't heard your side of the story yet. I'm not sure how much we can trust the stuff you're telling us. You know, if you're not willing to share your side of the occasion, then how can you expect that when the cards all play out that we'll be on your side? I knew I had a lot more andesite. I'm gonna add that to the list of things that I need to start moving to the 420 chest room. Where is... Did I have cobble? I think I moved all my cobble. Which is unfortunate. But my diorite should still be here. Yep. And... got some bones and iron. Alright, so that should clear my inventory a bit. We can keep working on the underground lab. Voting for the LA. Yeah! I'm convincing people to vote for the LA. I mean, I don't really care what you guys vote for. You guys can vote for whatever the heck you want to. If you want to vote for the copper golem, I'll be like, yeah, that's cool. If you want to vote for the glare, that's cool. If you want to vote for the LA, I think that's probably the coolest option. But again, you guys can live your best life. Do whatever you want. Fun fact, chat, you shouldn't listen to the opinions of, like, I don't know, other people above your own personal thoughts. If you like one of the mobs, even though other people may not, then I think you should vote for it. And that's how Quimby not dream rig the vote. Chat, this is my super secret plan to rig the vote by telling you guys not to rig the vote. See, I will say, vote for what you want to vote for, and that will make you all think that I'm, like, you know, gonna be good about it and not rig the vote at all. But little did you know that that was actually operant conditioning to get you to vote for what I want you to vote for. You're like, wow, you're gonna be like, wow, Quimby is such a trustworthy streamer person. I can trust them not to rig the vote. And then you all will have been fooled. There's finally no more hostile mob votes. Yeah, I think, okay, here, I'm gonna drink some water because I gotta stay hydrated. Chat, it's about the hydration. It's about drinking the liquids. But, I like that they've all got a similar theme going on. That's not just... I did keep the dirt. Okay. I like that it's not like, oh, would you like to vote for this helpful mob, this, like, passive mob? You know, I feel like dividing them into the subcategories like that can kind of make the vote feel a little weird. Because then it can be like, why are you voting for the hostile mob? Don't you want the game to be, like... Are you trying to make the game harder for us? But no, I just think it looks, you know, there are some debates that can spark from that, so I like that they're all fairly similar. Does telling us your nefarious plan ruin it? No, it actually doesn't, because then we move into something called lamp shading. By me telling you my plan and, like, making it kind of humorous, then that actually means that any, like, I don't know, any success you could gain from being like, Quimby doesn't actually think that way, because I know their plan. Everyone can be like, well... Quimby's already, like, admitted their plan at this point, so, like, we don't really need to be that concerned about it. Like, she's already said, hey, this is my plan, so not like we can, I don't know, dog on that at all. It's pretty nefarious, chat. I'm kind of an evil mastermind. I don't know if you've noticed. You'll expect my ransom note for the world any day now. Chat, can you imagine? I just roll up to the UN one day and I'm like, hey, my name's Quimby. I like to, like, stream on Twitch and stuff. Anyways, you need to pay ransom to me for the entire world now. I'm sure I'd get laughed out of the room. And then they would realize that that was a mistake, like, 3 seconds later, when, then, like, oh, what's my nefarious plan to hold the world hostage? There's gotta be something. It's gotta be, like, they have to comply to my demands somehow. If they don't comply with my demands, I will cover the world in Minecraft beds, and then I will laugh at it. And because my laugh is contagious, then that will mean that everyone will be laughing at the beds forever. And then it'll just get to the point where, like, no one can breathe. That's my nefarious plan. That's it. Is there doing to your stream live? I don't have, like, donations open because I'm absolutely terrified of them and trying to figure out everything about it and how to make it, like, not sketchy for tax purposes. But I've had people, like, use bits before and sub and stuff. But chat, so yeah, so that's the plan, is I will hold the world hostage by threatening to use my laugh to make them comply. I will say, I will laugh, and you will all listen. And then because you listened, then you will laugh too. And then at that point, you've already fallen into my clever trap. It's too late. Just open the donations. Okay, so I want to figure out tax information first, and I want to make sure I'm running it through like ethical things that aren't going to, you know, mess stuff up for people who donate. It's doing it like in a good like ethical way takes a bit more effort than just simply opening it. Maybe someday. Maybe. So chat, the thing about me, I don't know if this has come across. Like, legitimately, I don't know if this has come across. I'm probably terrified of, like, the internet and most people on it, like, 90% of the time. Like, I think you all are sweet, and it's been lovely, like, meeting everyone here. And I think you guys are just absolutely wonderful. But at the same time, I'm always just like, but is it safe to do things on the internet? Is it safe to interact with the internet as an environment? And that's my thing, is I want to be able to trust that people on the internet aren't gonna be like weird and stuff, but I just am so paranoid about that all the time. Constantly. Bop. Taxes, boo. Yeah. Aw, chat, imagine paying taxes. Imagine being a nerd who pays taxes. It is me, I'm a nerd who pays taxes. Very careful about paying taxes. Chat, taxes is how they got Al Capone, you know? You gotta watch out for your tax fraud. Because you never know. You never know when someone that you're talking to is actually a tax agent. I just figured out the scary Halloween costume. Taxes? Oh no. Chat, okay, so fun fact. Did you know that I'm pretty sure it was, was it the CIA? It was like an intelligence agency run by the US. Started as a tax agency. Maybe it was like the NSA? It might have been the NSA. But it started as as part of the tax bureau. Because, they needed people to like investigate taxes and stuff. And so they're like, let's make an entire like government secret service for this. And then they did. They just went for it. Yeah. Quimby, are you actually a tax agent? You never know. Literally, like, anyone could be a tax agent. The IRS, they're so tricky. They're so sneaky that literally anyone you know could be a tax agent. Let's come for a little bit. I missed one. Aww. Sorry to hear that, Mr. Malouk. Yeah, you'll see him again. You'll see him again someday. Could you just revealed your purpose as an AI? No! No, that was supposed to be a secret! Oh! Come on! Is this how I end? Is this how is this the way that it all comes down crashing upon me? Is this how I go into the night? By accidentally revealing my purpose for a taxes joke? The future of tax agents. Minecraft streamer AI. Oh, chat. No. No, I've compromised myself and the several others who were planned. Chat, you don't understand, this is terrible. I've not only ruined this for myself, I've ruined it for all the AIs developed to be Minecraft streamer tax agents. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe that I've caused a security breach like this. That's like wrong. That's incorrect. I've messed up. AI of taxes. Oh gosh, it sounds sort of like a, like X person, god of X realm sort of thing, like god of storms or whatever. Quimby, AI of taxes. That's me. I am the AI of taxes. Hello, I am Quimby, your helpful tax agent. Would you like to, would you like to count your gas money as a work-related expense? Everyone's tax agents? Everyone is a tax agent. Surprise chat, every Minecraft streamer is actually a tax agent. Every single one of them. I don't make the rules, except I actually do. Oh gosh, chat, can you imagine? That would legitimately be such a nefarious plan. Just breaking into the entertainment industry for the sole purpose of, trying to make taxes happen. That sounds like something that the IRS would do. Cause just think, like we joke about the IRS. We're like, oh haha, the IRS. But like they're sneaky. They are not new to this. They know exactly what they're doing. The IRS is a force not to be reckoned with. Also, according to IRS statistics, only a small proportion of viewers actually pay their taxes. If you haven't, it's not free, but you really need to do it. We will arrest you. Oh my gosh, chat. That was, oh my gosh, I can't believe I picked up that coal first try. Oh my gosh, chat, that was so crazy. That was so absolutely wild. I cannot believe this, chat. This is so crazy. Oh my gosh. Reminder, viewers pay your taxes, or else you'll go to prison for a long time. Oof. Chat, have you guys seen, I've seen that thing, like Mr. Milkboy. Oh my gosh. Mr. Milkboy tax evasion truthers? Was Mr. Milkboy put in prison not because I framed him for my crimes, but because he was evading his taxes? The plot thickens. Oh, what was I just saying? Oh, the thing, what's the guy's name? It's about, Sick Jan and, taxes. It's like, Sick Jan, don't need to claim the home office if it means we'll both go to jail. Cause I think about that a lot. It's too bad that subscribing to tax agents doesn't count as paying taxes. I have to admit, that would be kind of convenient if you could just pay your taxes by, like, subbing to a Twitch streamer. Out of context, I think that sentence is so funny. It would be convenient if you could just pay your taxes by subbing to a Twitch streamer. We don't know that for sure. Oh my gosh, chat, we don't know for sure whether subbing to a Minecraft streamer actually pays your taxes for you. Oh my gosh, maybe you should try it. I hate that. Chat, that makes me feel uncomfy. I did not like that. I did not enjoy that personally. I personally thought that felt kind of nasty. Let's move on. Let's move on and get this whole giant area tunneled out. Bop. Bop. Your local tax comes up to $5 or 1 sub. Oh my gosh, it's a new system. It's a new system of taxation. Wow. I can't believe how efficient this new tax system is. And okay, so I need to scooch back up. I like being 3 up. I think being 3 up does the best job of it. Subscribe, follow, or you won't subscribe and follow, or you won't be a part of our awesome community. We want you to be a part of it. We have frogs, cookies, and frogs. And taxes. And taxes. Man, chat, I can't believe wow, chat, I can't believe I created this whole, like, narrative in Minecraft, this whole thing about, like, the city and all the stuff inherent in, like, New Stonk City and all the discussions about, like, the Industrial Revolution and stuff for the sole purpose of convincing people to pay their taxes. Sigh. And taxes. Yep. Hello, welcome. Come on down to Quimby's Taxorama. It's where you pay your taxes these days because we know you won't pay them otherwise. Oof. Man, chat, let's just consider for a second the nature of taxes. Like, just in general. Because, you know, like, on paper, they really do make sense. Chat, okay, let me know if I'm dipping too deep into, like, government theory and stuff, because as much as I think it's interesting to talk about, like, Enlightenment texts and stuff, I fully understand if you guys would rather that we just kept doing, like, silly, jokey shenanigans. We know you won't pay them otherwise. I'm assuming we know. Okay, yeah, but just, let me know if I'm going too deep into the whole, like, political governmental theory and stuff. So theoretically, paying taxes makes sense, because in the ideal, like, Enlightenment-style government, as taxes exist due to the consent of the governed, that is the governed consenting to allow the government to have money to operate. However, that's not often how it, like, works in real-life practice. Oh gosh, I can feel my own eyes glazing over. We're not going to talk about that. we're not going to continue down that line of thinking because I started on it and then I went, oh no, that's too much. That's too many thoughts. That's too many thoughts. Just know, the point of that whole thing was going to be that because in a perfect society, taxes are agreed upon by the people who are being taxed, then it works, but that's not necessarily how it works always. I'm just gonna let that iron golem kill this husk because I think it's funny. It's going for it. It's going for it. It's gonna hit it. It's gonna make it. It's gonna make it. Oh, there we go. Oh, and excellent work. Excellently done. You know, you deserve this. You really deserved it. I was gonna go for creeper hunting, but I don't think I have the inventory space for it. Can we interest you in taxes? And remember, chat, this stream is sponsored by the IRS. Pay your taxes. That's all. You don't know like products or anything for. Just pay your taxes, please. Please pay your taxes. Legitimately, you should pay your taxes. Like, no joke. Taxes should be paid for the sole purpose of not going to jail. Please don't go to jail. That's the moral of the story to me. I don't know if that's the moral of the story to you, but don't go to jail, please. I beg of you. Man, can you imagine the IRS sponsoring a streamer or someone to be like, pay your taxes, Jerry. Hey, Jerry, you haven't paid your taxes yet this year. Do you know the consequences of not paying your taxes, Jerry? Your tax dollars go to funding the stream, but so do donations and subs. Oof. Oof. Imagine funding this stream. I would never, chat. I would never. Okay, so chat, I'm gonna make a promise to you guys right here, right now, and feel free to hold me to this in the future if I like start to lose my roots or something. I personally will never make a deal with the IRS. I will never be sponsored by the IRS. If you ever come to a stream and I say that's being sponsored by the IRS, I want you all to know I am being held captive. I am in danger if I'm being sponsored by the IRS because there is just no other way that I would be doing that. I think it's morally wrong to be sponsored by the IRS. Because what's the IRS doing sponsoring people, huh? What kind of sick business are they in sponsoring people? Like, just get out of my way, please, IRS. Clip this. Sponsor me, IRS. Oh gosh, chat, can you just imagine? Just imagine me being like, hey, I'm gonna tell you guys this right here, right now, and I want you to hold me to this. May I ask you a question? Oh, hey, Dragdina, hey, lovely to see you. Yeah, feel free to ask me a question. I might not answer it if I feel like it's something that I don't want to answer, but feel free to ask. I will give you permission for that. Okay, but first I gotta finish my thing. Chat, imagine me just being out here like, I promise I will never be sponsored by the IRS ever. And then just like behind everyone's backs, just imagine me like whispering like, IRS, hey, you wanna sponsor me? Do you want to send some money my way so that I will send some money your way? And by me sending money your way, I mean I will tell people to pay their taxes. Like, IRS, think we can work something out here? Think we might be able to get some sort of a deal. Like, you sponsor my stream, I tell people to pay their taxes. Like, seems kind of nice. I think you guys might be missing out here if you don't get in on this once in a lifetime opportunity right here, right now. Yeah, no, legitimately, chat, I will never be sponsored by the IRS. I don't care if it's a good business decision. The IRS has no control over me. I'm like the protagonist of Labyrinth, the movie with David Bowie. You know, the part where it's like, you have no power over me. That's me, but with the IRS. And it's a lie for sure. Thank you, my friends. I'm wondering if you want to join that. Ooh, that's a good question. Oh gosh, there's lots of things to go into that about like time scheduling. How about this, Dana? I will talk with you about it over like DMs and stuff, like on Discord. That's not something I feel comfortable discussing like on stream. Like thank you for the invitation, first of all. That does sound lovely. Yeah, I'll chat with that. I'll chat about that with you like later. Many thanks for the opportunity. Yeah, just while I'm doing these streams, it's like I don't want to discuss things that could possibly give you information about my own personal person and like I don't know, my life and stuff. Hashtag sponsor me IRS. Hashtag sponsor me not Quimby IRS. Sai, are you angling for my IRS sponsorship? Yes, I can't take the like using. Oof. Oh, come on. Sai, are you selling out? Sai, are you my own personal mod selling out to the IRS? Is that what you're doing right here? Because it seems an awful lot like you may be selling out to the IRS. Yeah, no, I'll chat with you later, Dragon. Thank you muchly for the offer. I will discuss that with you. Many thanks. Sai, we've talked about this. We've had this discussion so many times. You can't just sell out to the IRS whenever they come knocking on my door. Hey Cyborg, thanks for the payment. I'll be sure to spam hashtag sponsor Sai IRS in the chat from now on. Oh bless. Oh bless. Oh hey, oh Mr. Maluk exposed in 4K. We got him, chat. Maluk taking payments to recommend sponsoring Sai to the IRS. That sounds illegal. That sounds like bribery. Mr. Maluk, are you engaging in bribery to facilitate IRS sponsorships? Because I will let you know that is probably not a felony. That is probably such not a felony that I think that you need to not be really concerned about this. I think that if you are concerned about this, then that may be a mistake on your part. Because Mr. Maluk, that sounds really kind of sketchy. Kind of really like sketchy to the point where it's actually not sketchy though, you know? You feel me? You know, it's just so probably not illegal that I think you need to be concerned. If you need to have any concern at all, that is, because there's just a lot of factors going in that, lots of things happening. So, Mr. Maluk, I think you may have made a mistake here. I think you may have promptly messed up. You know, it's really quite unfortunate for you. Chat, here I thought Maluk was a polite, upstanding citizen who did not take no bribes for the IRS, but we were wrong. We were absolutely incorrect about that. I'm filled with a void of concern. I'm so unconcerned that it's unconcerning how concerned I am. And as you should be, Mr. Maluk, as you should be in a situation like this. I think it's time for you to not face repercussions. I think that if you face any repercussions at all, that would probably be incorrect. So, I mean, good luck not having fun in prison, I guess. Sucks for you. Look, I think you may need to pay taxes on the payment, so technically I paid myself. Oh no! Oh gosh, chat, just the ultimate culmination of the whole taxes thing. Paying someone to recommend you to the IRS, but then having the IRS pay you after that. Ooh. Oh, sorry, I feel like I kind of brushed past the hellos. How are you doing today, Draken? Sorry, I got distracted by like you making a very nice offer to join a D&D group, and also you know, taxes and stuff. But I hope today's going well for you. I hope that you are feeling good and that things are, I don't know, happening and being fun for you. Hope it is good. That is the goal constantly, is that things are alright. We're getting very close to like the end of this hollowed out section, and then I can start using the massive amounts of quartz that I have to fill the space. Yeah, you messed up, Maluk. You messed up. You accept payment that you have to pay taxes on to pay the person that you accepted the payment from in town. Wait, hold on. Sorry, that just got really convoluted for me. Okay, so chat, let's continue thinking about this hypothetical situation and how it would affect both like Maluk and Sai. So if Maluk took payment from Sai to recommend him to the IRS, but Maluk needs to pay taxes on the payment that he received, did Cyborg pay himself, or is it just like a false cause effect? Are we looking at a fake self-payment in return for recommendation to the IRS? And I'm honestly not sure. This may be a bit above my pay grade, chat. That's like, listen, I just do taxes. I don't think about the moral obligation of taxes. That's why the IRS pays me the big bucks. Honestly, it looks like that sponsorship deal from the IRS went through pretty quick. The IRS pays you. I mean, Mr. Maluk, are you so surprised about that? You were the one who told them that they should sponsor him. Maluk, this is why you never accept payments to recommend people to the IRS. You just end up losing in the end. The movement was a whole lie. Almost as if they sponsor you. Oh, bless. I'm sorry, Maluk. I'm sorry you've been scammed like that. Yeesh. Imagine paying someone to recommend you to the IRS. I would never. My life, everything I worked for, is a lie. Aw, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Maluk. Maybe next time you should think about that before accepting payment from someone who may or may not work for the IRS. Chat, I sound like a PSA. I sound like one of those, you know, like anti-drug ads or something, where they're like, drugs can be harmful to children's brains, so you should, like, I don't know, think twice before accepting any drugs from people. I sound like that. I sound like I'm like, and that's why you should think twice before accepting payment from anyone who might be working for the IRS. I just that's what I sound like. True facts. You've been scared straight. Better not relapse. I better not ever see you accepting payment for an IRS recommendation ever again. As Quimby said at the beginning of this conversation, anyone could be a secret tax agent. Rips off mask. Sai, you're a tax agent? Cyborg, you work for the IRS. I thought it was a bit that we were doing, like a little thing about just the possibility of being sponsored by the IRS. But Cyborg, it was you the whole time? You, my very own personal mod, have been working for the IRS. Since when? Has it been since day one? Has any of this been real? Has any of you being my mod actually been the truth? Or was it all just the IRS the entire time? Always have been, so that means it really was nothing. You just used my stream as an opportunity to spread the work of the IRS through the good nation of Twitch. Cyborg, I am ashamed of you. I'm not only disappointed, this is a betrayal beyond comprehension. Because if it was never real, Cyborg, then does that mean that nothing that you did here was real? Does that mean the times you came in as Mark Milkboy, the times that you've banned people in my chat because they were bots promoting weird services, does that mean you didn't mean any of it? It was all just a ruse? Sai's so committed that, to the bit that he put himself through school to work for the IRS. Oh, but school is a facade for IRS work? Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't believe this. I may need a second. Betrayal of this caliber, are any of you real? Is anything that's happened in this space the truth? Or has it been the IRS the entire time? Have I been outwitted by the tax agents? Every time I think that I'm free, they come back. They're everywhere. This has been nothing is real, only taxes. Every time that I think that I've escaped, every time I think that I no longer need to worry anymore, it just... The tax agents. They come back for me. Oh, CNR. It turns out Sai is actually... He actually works for the IRS and is a tax agent. And has just been... My mod is cover for being an IRS agent. And I just don't know it's real anymore. Minecraft is not a thing. It never has been. You're simply filling out your taxes with TurboTax. So every movement I'm making right now, all of these like, oh, the music switch is not it. But just me weaving back and forth, like even killing the creepers, that's all just taxes. Why did you dodge to the side perfectly? That was masterful. I can't hit anything with the fire. I don't like it. Minecraft is just an illusion to distract you from the reality of taxes. Oh my gosh, chat. Because if I've just been doing my taxes the entire time, if everything is just taxes or a metaphor for taxes, then is income real? Does income actually exist, or is it also just more taxes? You're itemizing your deductions? Oh no! IRS. Oh, the IRS is, yeah, Internal Revenue System. It's the tax group in the US. They do the taxes, as it were. They do taxes. I think we've gotten most of the creepers. Alright. Cool. Friends are just an illusion to distract you from taxes. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I can't believe the taxes. Oh, this is a terrible day. Oh no, chat. Oh no, it's all taxes. I will never recover from this loss. Oh no. Oh no. That's wrong. Taxes are just a distraction from taxes? It goes deeper than I ever thought. I never knew the conspiracy it could run this deep, it could run this far, that all the taxes are just distractions from other taxes. I need to drink some water. That's what I need to do. I need to consume the liquid. Hold on, chat. Hold on just a sec. Okay, liquid has been consumed. Liquid has been drank, as it were. Oh, chat. I can't believe that everything is a lie and always has been for the sole purpose of tax fraud. Because that's right, chat! That's right, I've never been a Minecraft streamer to begin with. I'm actually committing tax fraud right this very second. You thought you trapped me. You thought that you'd manage to get past me with itemized deductions and, I know, work-related expenses. But little did you know, I've been in charge the entire time. I've seen through all your lies! Yeah, fun fact, chat, taxes. I mean, okay, so I want to move that, but I also want to leave some coal here. Wow, chat, I can't believe that, I can't believe that this whole entire stream has been a long-term con to fool the IRS into thinking that I pay taxes. Sing with me, T to the A to the X to the E, taxes. Is that meant to be to the tune of Squirrels in My Pants from Phineas and Ferb? Because that is an excellent show. Hi Fem, hey, welcome back. Welcome back. It turns out taxes. While you've been gone, taxes have been the thing. Turns out everything is a lie and is taxes. Wait, no, sorry, was it meant to be done to the tune of Squirrels in My Pants? Because if it was meant to be the tune of Squirrels in My Pants, I can do it much better. I just want the nether wart to grow. So I can do it much better if you want me to do it to the tune of Squirrels in My Pants. Would you like me to redo it to the tune of Squirrels in My Pants? So I'm gonna need an answer from you. I'm gonna need you to answer me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, good. Oh, so I don't think we need to get into other people's tax histories. Getting into my tax history is good enough. Squirrels in my pants. Okay. Sing with me. T to the A to the X to the E. Taxes. It's just a short bit. I can do it pretty quick. You don't have to yet? That's good. I hope that you never have to. Disclaimer, chat. Please pay taxes. That being said, yeah, I hope you... Taxes are a scam. Taxes are not real. If someone ever tells you that you need to pay taxes, they're probably lying to you. It's me. I'm lying to you. You need to pay taxes when, at least for the next year. That's good. Always good to, you know, not have to pay taxes for the next year. I was gonna fill in this section. That's what I was gonna do. I don't have any... Oh, stop. I just put away all of my bricks that I could have used. I'm gonna go pick up some sandstone. Taxes are the only real thing, I thought. I mean, objectively, but in practice, I feel like even if we lived in a world entirely controlled by taxes, humans would still find a way to make things not about taxes. You know? Everything is fake except for taxes? Well, because here's the thing, Sai. I'm a big believer in the resilience and power of humanity, and I think that even if humans lived in like an oppressive system where taxes was all that was like permitted to be real, I think that humans would still find a way to, you know, find something else. Humans are pretty good at that. Humans are pretty poggers at being, you know, not controlled by you know, absolutist entities. They'd find a way eventually. Like, maybe for a while it would work as a, like, taxes-only regime. But eventually the humans would, you know, just make their way out of it. That's my belief, at least. I think the humans are a lot tougher than we give them credit for in many circumstances. Okay, there we are. Like, okay, so chat, I mentioned earlier, like, on stream that, I've been reading that, like, the story that Point Blank recommended to me, the one from the, like, r/HFY. Ooh, if you think about it, if you have no money, you don't pay taxes. If you have enough money, you pay taxes, but if you have too much money, you don't pay taxes too. I needed to take this one more... Hold on, I need to take this level down by 1. But you're absolutely, you're kind of right about that, Finn. Like, legitimately, you're not super wrong. Because tax deductions and stuff make it very easy for people to avoid paying taxes if they're rich enough and can, like, write off enough things. Like, chat, okay, so this is one of my pet peeves. This is something that I think about a lot. You know how people are always like, yeah, modern art is really weird. Modern art makes no sense. Why is modern art the way that it is? You wanna know the secret? A lot of modern art is the way that it is because it is about tax deductions. No joke. No joke, chat. What will happen is rich people will they will commission a piece of art. They will then get an art inspector to you know, like, look at the art and say that it's worth, like, an amount of money. Generally, like, a large amount of money. And then they will... And they pay the artists, like, not super a lot for this artwork. And then they donate this artwork to a museum. And then it can count on tax forms as them having given, like, that amount of money as a donation to, like, things. So it becomes deductible. And I hate it. I hate it. I hate that that's a thing that people can do. It makes me so angry. I'm so mad. Because, you know, it's like charity donation. Yeah, it counts as like a charity donation because it's like, you know, donating to museums and the arts and stuff. But they paid someone like, I don't know, $1,000 or so to do it. I just... There's people out here doing incredible art, doing such cool things with like any medium, like digital, like oil, anything. They're doing so many cool things with these mediums of art. And people can just do like this trash stuff and then just get it valued as high for tax purposes. It just makes a mockery of art, I think. Art as a whole. Kind of slimy. Yeah, it's so slimy. I hate it so much. So yeah, there's something to be said for like the absurdism of modern art, but as far as I can tell, a lot of the like weird stuff about modern art, why it's so strange and low effort, is because a lot of modern art is made for the sole purpose of you know, acting as a tax deduction for rich people who probably don't even need it anyways. I have strong feelings about this chat. I just hate, like, I don't know, I just hate how tough it is to be an artist in this world because, you know, it's such a saturated market, and then have people doing really cool work out here and have it being devalued because of people. Don't play, hate the player, hate the game if the system allows it. I mean, that's true. But I mean, if the players are the ones making the game that way, I think I've got a right to be angered about that. Went from fun taxes to not fun taxes real fast. I mean, that's the nature of taxes. Like, as much as we can try to make them fun and interesting by making them silly and goofy and, you know, oh my gosh, everything's taxes, at the end of the day, taxes are just not super fun. Like, we can do our best with them. We can do all kinds of crazy shenanigans and stuff, but just, you know, if it's taxes, it's gonna end up being depressing, probably. It's just how the world works. Oh, like the song from Bo Burnham's Inside. That's how it works. That's me, chat. I am Sako. I am not Sako. Sako is much better at this than I ever will be. But I can probably sing Sako's part. So there's that. Oof. Chat, let's not talk about the nature of taxes anymore. Let's move on to something else. Instead, let's talk about making cake. Chat, do you guys make cake often? Finally? Oh. What you got, CNR? What you got? Bop, bop. What you got for me? Finally gives the impression that you've got something real interesting going on. Oh, we're changing this subject from taxes? Oh. Oh, sorry about that. I mean, you could have asked us to change the subject earlier. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's not talk about not fun taxes. No, let's talk about cake, though. I like talking about cake a lot. So I like making cake, personally. And very recently I've gotten to making cake from scratch. Only fun conversations? Yeah. Because, I'm used to, like, doing the classic American, you know, like, make cake from box kind of thing. Oh, we made a level 30 enchanting room next to the spawner. Yo! Yo, CNR. Way to go. It's always good to have a good enchanting table set up. That's so good. I'm really glad about that you've got that set up. Yeah, so I've done classic American, you know, like make box cake kind of thing. But just very recently I've thought it's more interesting to make it like from scratch, and I think it makes it taste better too. Oh, bye CNR! Thanks for hanging out today. Thanks for doing things and you know, working on stuff, I guess. Bye CNR. See you later. Bye. Farewell. Hope you have a good day, night, morning, whatever it is for you. I need to drink water. I've just come to the realization I need to consume some liquid. I need to drink. Okay. Chat, does this looks like enough ceiling space theoretically. Like, I mean, obviously we're going to put in more ceiling space. But this looks like it may be enough ceiling space to, like, grow trees in, right? I hope it's enough ceiling space to grow trees in. If I have to take this thing out another level, I may cry. I mean, maybe I'll take out another level someday anyways, but... Because the whole purpose of this bottom layer of the lab is to be able to grow trees in it. This is the Nether Research Lab. It's where all the research for the mayor's disease is going to be happening. And so I want to be able to, like, grow nether plants. I think I can probably grow trees in here. Put down, like, a little square dirt stuff. Well, not dirt stuff, like the special nether rack. I really need to... Okay, I'm going to change the formation of the sea lanterns down there. No question I want to ask. Do America bake bread at home? Not like every day, but sometimes for fun. I certainly do. And, like, a lot of people in my family do. I don't know about everyone. But, like, I know how to bake bread. I think baking homemade bread it's a good thing to do. It's always good to, like, stay close to the roots of our ancestors who would bake bread every day. I would absolutely love to have, like, a little, just a little, like, town bakery close by, because, you know, specialized labor and all that, and people supporting the long tradition of bakers making it easier for people to live by providing them with their own bread. But sadly, I don't quite have that. But yeah, some Americans, I bet some Americans do bake bread every day. My mom used to bake bread every day, actually, when I was small. When my family was a lot younger, we had some more, like, I don't know, I guess hippie-ish tendencies. And one of those was to bake our own bread. So my mom would do bread. Oh, that creeper despawned. My mom would do bread baking every once in a while. And then I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Is the iron golem gonna be mad at me? I hope the iron golem isn't mad at me. Here, can I heal you? Oh, the iron golem is mad at me. Heck. Chat, do iron golems ever stop being mad at you? Do they ever calm down? Because I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to hit it with my arrow. But it just sort of happened. Are you okay? I wish for you to be alright. Are we chill? Build the golem, he can't hear you. He's one angry boy and you should kill him. Oh, I don't think I built this one. Oh. Oh. Here, what if we just... Hello? Can we be friends? Oh, try. I feel bad. I feel bad. Can we be friends? Can we be friends, or will you try to kill me the second you see me? He doesn't seem angry. I think we're okay. Chat, I think we're alright. I think we all took a second to calm down there, and now with you know, some thought and energy, we can come to an agreement and not be enemies anymore. And that feels good. I have such a soft spot for iron golems. Look at them. They're just out here doing their job and protecting the villagers. Like, I respect that. I respect the heck out of that. I think they're so good. Let's put some things away. Whew. Well, we didn't have to kill one of the boys today, so that's a win. I forgot to put this string away. Yeah, I don't know. Does anyone else in chat like bake bread? Because I don't know. I think it's really relaxing to bake bread. It just being able to like go through the motions and then make something that is I I think that that is a very, very good thing to do. Here, I'm making a ton of smooth stone because I'm going to use probably all of it just immediately on the yellow line. Oh gosh. We're a bit busy currently, but someday we will go fix up the yellow line. I like baking bread. I don't do regularly enough in my opinion, but it's nice. Aww. Yeah, it's just bread pog, I guess, is my feelings on that. Bread deserves much more credit than it gets. Thanks, bread, for being the way that you are. How about you, Fim? It sounds like you've got some bread baking that you do. Oh, is it something that you like to do, or is it something that is very much more I don't know, necessary for life, so you have to do it? Because baking bread is very necessary for life in a lot of cases. So I don't eat that much bread. I mostly eat it as like toast stuff. Oh, am I out of quartz? Am I gonna have to go on huge quartz expeditions? Oh, you're here. Boom blocks. That needs to become a freezer. Sorry, I'm just checking all of my chests really quick because they should be organized, but sometimes they are not. Let's just grab all the things. Well, sometimes when nowadays most of my time at school, so I'm not home. I'll bake every once in a while. Okay. That's fair, that's fair. Let's make like 2 stacks of these. Probably gonna need more, but let's try for 2. I don't know if you guys remember the sourdough craze that happened at the beginning of the pandemic, but I just remember a lot of people being like, so sorry about that. I just remember lots of people being like, oh yeah, let's like get into this bread baking thing, and I was just like, oh, that's so cool, because I don't know, a sourdough starter is something that can actually be so personal, I guess. Because sometimes people would have sourdough starters that lasted for, you know, like generations. It'd be like, you know, ah yes, and then this is the sourdough starter that was grown by like my great-great-grandmother when she and her family were like, I don't know, plains dwellers and stuff. And I think that that's just a fun little connection. Just a little connection with the past that we can all share. And I appreciate that. I like the connections with the past. I myself feel pretty connected to my family's past and like where we are, the journeys and stuff. And so I always think it's fun when other people, like, I don't know, find that connection with the people who came before. It's cause I'm a huge history nerd, and I think that starts with the interest in the people who have come before us. Like, one of my I'm trying to decide how much I like can say about this without being worried that it'll break boundaries. I have a relative who grew up on stories from the place that their family had immigrated from, like just all the stories of like places and people and customs and all the things. And I just think that's beautiful to think about. Just something absolutely lovely. It's like, wow, you're just so connected, like, to that past. Oh, is this? That's probably another stack of quartz. Ooh, I should start burning through my emeralds. I've got a whole bunch of masons who pretty much only get work when I need lots of amounts of quartz, and I think maybe we're gonna start playing with them. Excuse me, I would like that. Should hopefully be enough. Let's go get some supplementary quartz blocks. I should bake bread more often. Chat, maybe I will make like bread rolls sometime this week and then I will take pictures and I will send them in the Discord. Maybe I'll like post them somewhere too. I don't know. I need to get better chat about sharing things like cross platforms and not just like in self-contained little areas. But yeah, if I make something ready this week, I will show you guys. Where are my other masons? Where's Mason and like the other guy? Mason and the other guy, where are they? Oh, looks like we've got a mason here. Hello. Good morning. Hope you're feeling well today, little friend mason guy. That iron golem is not looking too hot. There we go. Where's Mason? Where is Mason? What the heck? Yeah, I will let you guys know if I do any baking endeavors, because I like baking. I think it is relaxing. Kind of stressful, but in a relaxing way. It like takes a lot of work and time and energy, but at the same time, it's like, yes, I did the things. I managed to be a person who does stuff. Where's Mason? Up! I didn't mean to do that. Note to self: do not hold water bucket in hand when you don't want to open water bucket. Oh, and the mosses, the vines are gone, but that's fine. Due to the candles, I thought that this iron golem was on fire for a second, and then I promptly felt very sad. I was filled with sorrow, chat. It was not the best day. Is the sun gone down? Is the sun returned to the place where it is from? Has the sun gone into the ether and left us alone for now? That was a bad accent. Don't listen to that accent, chat. I can do a much better one when I think about it. I'm drinking water because I like to stay hydrated. Liquid. Okay. Alright, chat. Oh, I'm going to need to do my thing where I go into the nether and I look for a lot of quartz soon. I've been collecting quartz while I've been down doing like netherite mining and stuff, but it's not the most efficient way to do it. May look better if instead of sand between houses was grass. Oh yeah, maybe I should. Yeah, okay, so I do keep meaning to go through sometime and make like garden spaces and like public works garden spaces. I have a lot of grass blocks. Maybe I should, after I like finish up with these quartz blocks here, maybe we should make some garden spaces. That is a good suggestion, Fem. Thank you. Please let this be enough. Please let this be all that I need. It's not gonna be enough. Maybe it's like it takes like 12 per maybe. Hey, that was good. Oh, bye, Sai. Bye. Good luck. You got this. I believe in you, Sai. You can do the things. You've got this. All right, let's go. Let's take a look at some landscaping. Let's put some grass down. Let's do the grass, chat. Let's just place it out. Here, I'm gonna leave these things here because those are very important. Is that? Oh, it's smooth quartz. I don't understand the mania for smooth quartz. I've seen lots of things that are like, oh yeah, smooth quartz is much better, but personally, don't get it. I'll mess with that later. Okay. Yeah, let's take a look at this whole place. Here, let's just. Yeah, okay, I kind of like that. Let's just we'll start with this layer, with like this one immediately next to the kitty house. Then after that, we will expand. Here, we're just doing a basic layer around. I might just remove that one again later, but we're gonna go for it. Rip to that candle. It's gonna get got. Floating candle. Floating candle. Not so floating candle anymore, but for a hot second there we had a floating candle. Holy candle. Yeah, it really felt like that. Man. Candles just that was kind of unsettling, chat. That was kind of wait, that gives me an idea for the cultist alley though. That gives me some thoughts. Ooh. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I think we're gonna replace all the things with grass. Okay, but chat, wait. Let's just try. Oh, I was gonna place some candles up floating, but then I realized that might be strange because I don't have any candles is why it would be strange. Instead, let's go back to your regularly scheduled remodeling program. Oh my gosh. Floating candle. Floating candle, chat. The rumors were true. The rumors were true, chat. Floating candle does indeed exist. So that's terrifying. More at 6. Just floating candle, absolutely vibing out here. Floating skeleton head, also absolutely vibing out here. Ooh, chat for cultist alleyway. Maybe I will make the wither skeleton be floating. Maybe I will move it to be up in the air and floating. Cause I'm gonna be honest, that sounds kind of funny to me. I knew that they're floating jack-o'-lantern, chat. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Oh, I need my silk touch shovel. Hold on. Uno momento, please. Un momento bitte? I know German better than I know Spanish. There we are. I can keep another one in my inventory. Don't need to put it away. Don't need to do that. Yeah, no, but okay, so Fim, you're absolutely right. It does look much better with the grass in between here. It makes it feel more lived in, I guess. Which is what I want for the Victorian houses, because they are supposed to be, you know, living spaces that the rich people live in. Floating candle. Oh my gosh, floating candle. Oh, there we are. Stop it. Dirt. That's fine. Yeah! Oh, look at that. That does feel a lot better. That's just the living spaces. I'm gonna turn this into a garden too. That's gonna be a little garden space for me. I'm gonna put like grass there, and there's gonna be flowers. It's gonna be pretty. Man, today really is a city improvement day. We are improving the city, chat. Always good for a little city improvement. The city's been just kind of sitting here for a long time. Except, chat, so here's the thing, we are not going to be putting grass underneath the Pigington's house because no one's lived there for like years and years and years. 5 years, but you get the point. So no one, during the whole like remodeling stage when, you know, like everyone's been putting in grass and stuff, Pigington's had no one there to do it for their house, so it simply was not done. I messed up. I forgot that I wasn't having my silk touch shovel out. That's fine. I can get more grass from places. Oh my gosh. Floating dirt block. Floating dirt block, chat. Oh my gosh. Why are you like this? I feel like Ebenezer Scrooge, chat. You know how Ebenezer Scrooge got haunted by ghosts and stuff? I'm being haunted by floating grass blocks. Wait, it's all floating? Always has been. Always has been. Oh, I was doing that in the like always watching. It's asking always watching. Yeah, that is nice. I like having the grass there. That's a pretty cool effect. Ooh, chat. I just realized while we were spending some time in the lab earlier, it looked like the netherwort may be ripe to harvest. And so we will take a look at that because I need massive amounts of netherwort. I hope you know now I'm all geared up for a Christmas carol where Quimby is visited by 3 spirits. Ooh, don't tempt me. Mr. Malouk, don't threaten me with a good time. You know, I just, rip. May just be a fanfiction hashtag writing channel, but I want it to be a thing. I mean, oh gosh, I'd have to... The logistics behind that, I think, would be kind of complex, but I'm not opposed to doing a Christmas carol. Just something really, you know, like creative and fun as part of the holiday season, I guess. And besides, Christmas Carol is, I don't know, it's just really good. Have you guys seen the Muppets Christmas Carol? Because Muppets Christmas Carol is a staple of my childhood. Ooh, there's a person up there. Is that a mason? No, that's a toolsmith. Don't know who's good with you can be. Oh, well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out when we get a bit closer. Why are there only like 2 masons around? I think I need to spend more time with them during the day. I need to see where they're going. Because I have 4 masons. I have 4 fully fledged masons. Including Mason the Mason. But I could only find 2 of them tonight. This evening. Excuse me, have I talked to you? Yeah, no, I've talked to Macy. I've talked to this guy. Where's Mason and the other one? What are they doing? Are they like on top of the tenements or something? They like to hang out at the top of the tenements, but what the? Oh, I just struggle with the villagers, you know? I don't understand where they go, what they do, how they do the things. It just feels like they're here one day and then the next they're, I don't know, off on some sort of mystical adventure or something. I would like them to not do that personally. I would like them to just stay in place for my own personal, I was gonna say for my own personal usage, but I would think it'd be better to say for my own personal, I don't know, convenience. It would be very convenient for me if they just stayed in one spot. I need to increase the population of my village someday. I will get potatoes at some point. Quimby be like, excuse me, I'm the main character? Only I get to have adventures. Well, am I wrong? Are they the mayor? Are they the, like, main political power? If we're, okay, chat, if we are going by neoclassical ideals of theater, we're gonna go very specific theater stuff here. If we're going by neoclassical ideals of theater, the story should be about people with power, you know, people who, you know, have the power to, like, change the world and stuff. So, are the villagers those people? Or is the, like, mayor and political figure of the village that figure? Because, I know which answer I have. Oh, chat, neoclassical theater was really, really kind of wild. They had all kinds of rules for how theater should be. And it was like, yes, it should take place in one day in one location with a small cast of characters that is, like, doing things. It was really weird. Oh, but then there was this guy. I don't remember his name. I'd have to check my theater history notes. But there's this one guy who was like, I'm gonna write neoclassical theater. Sure, I will follow the rules. And then just nothing actually made sense. It was like, clearly this takes place in one day in one location with, like, these people. But at the same time, they fought, like, an entire war in between 2 scenes. It was like, yep, definitely just, this is where all my quartz is. This is where I've been hiding it. This is where Uh, okay. Chat, pay no attention to the, everything behind the curtain. Just like, oh, I need quartz. Oh my gosh, do I need to like go to the nether to get massive amounts of quartz? And then, not the iron, it just had the same color palette. Hi chat, my name's Quimby and I struggle sometimes. Oh boy. Quimby storage. No, why? Why would you need to go out and look for massive amounts of quartz? That doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't... Huh? What are you talking about? I just... Well... I'm gonna need to clear out the walls and stuff. Oh, chat. Oh, chat. I'm gonna drink some water. I'm gonna do a little bit of a hydration for just a minute here because... Woo! This is why I need to label things. This is why I like need to label things and make a complex system of storage that ensures that I know where everything is at all times. I also need to change the sea lanterns from the downstairs because I want them to go like in following this path all the way down and having like branches off that look cool and stuff. Huh. Maybe I should do that right now. Let's do a little bit, chat. We're not gonna have time to do a lot of it, but I'm just gonna grab some things and we're gonna get some work done. Where are my... Ah, bricks. Okay, alright. I'm going to need to heal Silky Boy soon. Okay, so let's just... Bop! Alright, so we're following this parallel all the way down. Is the MO there. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be like a little staircase kind of thing. See, and that is why we've got Silky Boy here. Yeah, and I will be fixing the walls. I want to get like this main section out first and like get the sea lanterns in, and then we're gonna take a look at here. What if I just... There we go. That's much easier. So we're gonna get the sea lanterns in, then we're gonna take a look at the sections that I've got the sea lanterns in right now that I don't want them in, and then we will work that out. Oh, hello. That was interesting. That was kind of a vibe, how that chest was just floating in the air. Real interesting stuff there. Never would have guessed. Oh boy, chat. Sometimes we have our moments. Sometimes those moments are things that we have. On the plus side, we're starting to get the lighting more consistent in here. Because that's really the goal. In the end, chat, the goal is just consistent lighting for the lab setting. Because, I've run out of sea lanterns. Every time I've been in a lab, like, one of the #1 things that they've tried to keep consistent is just they want the lighting. They want it to be like easy to see things, but also like in a solid kind of way. No flickering, no doing things, because that can affect results. So that's what we're going for here, is just really smooth, even, consistent lighting. And I feel like sea lanterns really do a good job with that. Okay, I don't need quartz bricks, I need quartz blocks, because the walls and ceiling are where we need to remove things mostly. Actually, no, we're not starting with the walls and ceiling, we're starting with the floor, because I've got the bricks. I've got the bricks on me, chat. So all we're gonna do is we're just gonna... like that. And maybe we'll get to some of the walls and ceiling. Or maybe we won't. There we are. See, much better. Much less wonky. Yep. Or let's do the ceiling but not the walls. Because I've yet to figure out the way that I want the pattern for the sea lanterns to be on the floor. And I still want there to be lighting in these upper sections. I don't want to have to put torches back in. So we're gonna leave the walls because the walls do a pretty good job of lighting the place up. Nope. I have, hold on. Whoop! Yes, that one, okay. I was like, what do I need to fill this with? Oh, chat, it's very difficult. It's very, very tricky sometimes. Okay. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Let's just move on with our lives. Thoughts are not happen sometimes. I forgot about this section too. Why did I make this whole area the way that it is? Eventually this whole thing is going to be filled in and then we're not going to have to worry about it ever again, but this is not that day. See, oh, it already looks much cleaner in here. It already looks so much cleaner than it was. Because doing the, like, lines of sea lanterns just wasn't working for me. It just made it feel kind of tacky. But look, just having this one consistent line and then maybe having, like, some things in the walls, like maybe just, like, random patterns through the walls to add more illumination. That works. I think that looks better. That is a lot nicer. Just look at that. Oh, the clean, even lines. The lack of weirdness from having it too close to the step. Because if it wasn't too close to the step, it might work, but it's with the way the pattern was running, it was too close to the step. Just a fact of life. This lab that I've been working on has been one of the most frustrating builds that I've done. Mostly because I didn't have a clear idea of what it was going to look like at the end. Fun fact, this section down here was originally just meant to be more netherwort fields. Yep, that's a fun fact for you. Let's get some torches in here. This section we're going to have to relight. Yep. But yeah, so I usually have a pretty good idea of what a thing is going to look like before I start it, or at the very least, you know, like some concept of image that I want to evoke. I did not have that this time. I just was like, I want a lab, and then we started going for it. This is really such a developing vision, huh? Yes. It's looking nicer, girlies. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I think, I don't know, I feel like with every alteration we make, it gets closer to being something coherent, which is good, because, like, this section up here is looking a lot cleaner. Like, maybe I just move some of these, I remove some of the ceiling stuff, put it more in, like, something like this really works for me, I think. Just doing, like, vague sections of it, and not doing, like, full stripes. So maybe we're gonna do the floor in, like, a little fancy thing, have, like, little side tendrils coming along and, like, zipping along here and branching, kind of, maybe. But then probably just the sides and walls are gonna be blank, like, just repeating pattern of, like, every something like this, like every few squares there's gonna be one. Yep. I mean, it's looking a lot nicer in here. Like, I've got that whole section to work out, but that's okay, because I feel much better about my life. And just, like, with the extra dugout section here. Like, we're gonna have some trees here, maybe some specimen areas, maybe, like, some specimen areas up here. It's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. Oh, hold on. Oh, and even more, hold on. Oh, even more of a hold on moment. Bop. Will it be there? Ooh, I can chat about that in just a sec. Oh, we are going to be ending in just about, we're going to be ending pretty soon. Let's see if I can just find, will that work? Yeah, let's just run with that for now. So the things that are going to be in the like specimen chambers and stuff. So that's going to be my nether research lab. It exists for the purpose of researching the nether and the zombieism virus that the mayor has been infected with as a result of entering the nether. So according to the lore of the world, the piglins once like ruled the nether like with an iron fist and were using the blazes and wither skeletons as like forced manual laborers. But then they decided that they did not in fact like that, and they would, you know, rebel against the piglins, and using like their own innate powers, they made zombieism happen. So zombie piglins are the direct result of the rebellion of the blazes and withers. So by entering the nether, so the nether got closed off due to it got quarantined because of this strange disease and stuff. About 55 years ago at this point, the mayor, my character, has entered the nether recently to, you know, in a bid for like getting supplies and money and stuff. And as such has been infected with the virus and is making a lab to research it and see if there can be a cure for it, which is nice. We like the curing of things. Okay, so I think we got all the creepers. I'm gonna go ahead and put some stuff away, and then I think we'll probably be done there for the day. I've still got that whole like family stuff I mentioned earlier that I gotta deal with. So yeah. It's been lovely having you guys today though. Today was really fun. It was nice just being able to, you know, talk about weird and crazy stuff and chat about things. So yeah, just put some stuff right away, and then we're gonna bop into an F5 farewell. Specifically, we're gonna be putting away the quartz and sea lanterns. But yes, all of the good things. The vibes were good today. The vibes were good for today. They were very pleasant, in fact. All right, so let's change the music vibes one more time to go for. Let's see if we can get a good goodbye soundtrack. That'll work. All right, well, thanks for coming today, guys. Again, vibes were absolutely lovely. It was great having you here. We got a lot of work done on the city, like lots of things were done. Yeah, bye, Fim. Bye. I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. Oh, chat, just a warning. I might not be streaming tomorrow because of the whole family things I've got going on. I will let you know if I do. If I will be streaming, I will announce it like on the Discord and stuff. I'll be like, hey, yeah. So I might not be here tomorrow. I hope I will be. Hopefully I'll let you know. But anyway, I normally stream Monday through Saturday, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I hope to see you guys again, and have an absolutely lovely day. Have a good time. Thanks for coming around. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye. Bye, guys. Farewell. See you next time. Okay. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.